Holy motherfucking shit!
Let's get it,
Combing your hair with your hand gives me feelings I don't understand. Combing your hair with your hand gives me feelings I don't understand. You do this thing when you're biting your lip, it's driving me crazy just looking at it. You know me better than I know myself, I don't wanna live in a world without you. You do this thing when you're biting your lip, it's driving me crazy just looking at it. You know me better than I know myself, I don't wanna live in a world without you. World without you. Driving me crazy just looking at it. World without you. Driving me crazy just looking at it. You do this thing when you're biting your lip. This thing when you're biting your lip, it's driving me crazy just looking at it. You know me better than I know myself, I don't wanna live in a world without you. You do this thing when I'm talking to you, like everything freezes and it's just too. You do this thing when I'm talking to you, like everything freezes and it's just too. You do this thing when you're biting your lip, it's driving me crazy just looking at it. You know me better than I know myself, I don't wanna live in a world without you. Give it to me like this thing when you're biting your lip. World without you. Driving me crazy just looking at it. Driving me crazy just looking at it. You do this thing when you're biting your lip. It's driving me crazy just looking at it. You know me better than I know myself, I don't wanna live in a world without you.
I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, fly from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. I've been staring at the sun in my eyes. I've been keeping on the run every night. But you're too far away to see the signs. So I'm staring at the sun till I'm dry. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now.
Huh. Are we good now? Dude, this has been happening twice in a row. Twice today and twice for Duels Day. Oh my god. Well, I guess I'll just take the L on that one, right? What could I really do? Bro. Man, it's something about Logitech, which is what runs the drivers for the mic. It had to do updates twice this week. One for the Duel yesterday, which I caught before the stream running. This time I didn't, because this time I'm a little bit behind. But how you boys all doing? Welcome back. Let me do that all over. Can we get a big old hashtag Jace in the chat? Showing appreciation for the wonderful membership, their wonderful dono. Can we get a big old hashtag Jace boys for being a goddamn beauty? 8 months, my guy. That's been a time. That's been quite a while. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Let's get the PvP up and running for tonight with the NA 5v5 1v1 duels. Boys, hope all of you are ready. Hope all of you are excited. I want to see what groups we have over on the NA. I am also gonna have to get some coffee because today, dude, I need coffee. So let me do this. Let me do this one by one. I'm gonna get this up and running in just a second. But how you guys all doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. I didn't get to post on the YouTube side. Oh my God, Del, what are you doing? Let me get up and let's get the music in here as well. Drop it here a little bit. Beautiful. What's up, David? How you doing, by the way, my man? Hope you're having a good one. I saw you in the chat early. Gee, we got ourselves Igoria. We got ourselves Team Assassin, Alex, Pure Kitten, Revenge. How you doing, my guy? Abafisker, Taran, Lofty. We got ourselves Saint Soldier, Crimson. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you guys for letting me know about the sound. And thank you so much for not making fun of me about it too much. What's up, Tucci? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Let's get some duels. Let's get some duels, boys. I have problems with Logitech on the cable issue. So for me, I don't think it's a cable thing. I think it's like the drivers update. So then like the mic is no longer like, so it has to uninstall the whole like the drivers for Logitech. It's G-Hub. I don't know if that's different than anything else, but it uninstalls G-Hub, reinstalls a new one to get the new versions of drivers for like the mic. So the OBS forgets that I have a mic and I have to re-enable it every single time. Normally I catch it before the stream is up and running. This time, no. What's up, gaming? We got a Mortis, we got a Chrysler. How you boys all did? Made a tweet saying Loxy get above 92. I have high expectations now. Did he really though? Can you link me the tweet over on the Discord? That'd be amazing. I'm interested. What buffs are we looking at? Like, just because they need a buff for like PvE too. Like Warlocks needed a PvE buff for a while. They were really good at the start of the expansion. Then they kind of fell off. They're just one of those DPS classes that's a little bit in a weird spot between Mythic Pluses, between raiding environment. A guild has helped me unlock the Layers of Torgus. Nice. Yo, who do we got for the groups over on the NA? Do we have Seavar? Do we have Chicago? Do we have Night King? Available for the evening. What's up, Gamar? How you doing, my man? Oh, Kamar, how you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. The way they do it is horrible. What? The tweets or the balance tuning? We went for Warlocks? Dude, they just need something. Just a one little thing. They just said buff logs with a check mark and then said buff Warlocks out in the comments. Oh, okay. Wait, I have seen that one then. I thought they meant that. I thought... We'll see what they mean by it. What I thought that tweet meant is when they added the tier set for Warlocks, that was going to be the buff for Warlocks going into the next patch. With them adding tier sets, it's kind of like they're buffing classes, since every class will have basically availability to earn a tier set from M+, from PvE or PvP. How you been? I've been pretty good, Kamar. I've been pretty good. I gotta get myself some coffee in a bit here, but otherwise I'm having a good time, my guy. If I love hard, it happens. Sometimes, yeah, I mean, that's just how class balancing is. There's been moments where rogues start off really good, then fall off. There's been moments where rogues start bad and they end up scaling super good into the end game of the expansion. Every class scales differently, and we are hitting that final patch, final gear. This is an opportunity to make sure that all the classes are more or less even with one another, just to follow the trend of all the other expansions and patches. Because usually it's like shake at the start, but by the end of the patch, everybody's more or less kind of close to one another. I don't think they'll ever be able to reach like the tuning and the balance of like PvP, like Mr. Pandaria. At the very last patch of Mr. Pandaria PvP, everybody were equal. You could play any spec, any class. any kind of content. Have a great burst, but hold, but sustain. Yeah, even Affliction, which you would think, you imagine, Affliction would be like a great sustain spec, you know, with dots and all. But even Affliction is very, very bursty, not as much as sustaining. Although I have tried Affliction in keys recently, it is very fun in keys. Like the Seed Bomber build is super enjoyable. And I also enjoyed the playing it as Venthyr. You can actually play Venthyr Warlock if you want to. With the Legendary, it's actually pretty decent for Affliction. And I wonder how good will that be going into Mythic Pluses, because you know, we all know Night Phase is really good, but the Venthyr with a verse above that you can give to everybody whenever you do a dot, which is actually quite a nice buff, especially when you do it with everyone's burst. I wonder if that'll be good and competitive, because both of those class Legos are pretty good. We need a oh no, I'm not gonna comment on that. Hell no, dude, I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole. Hell no. It's sad only news live section Chicago. Yo, Chicago, are you making a group, fam? Night King? Seavark? I need some PMs. Who's making a group right now? Whisper me real quickly so we know who's making a group. And we'll get you guys up and running over in the chat. Just so everybody knows how to join in. Speaking about how to join in, I should probably post this in the chat, shouldn't I? Here we go. Beautiful. Wonderful. We'll pin that real quick. I love my Affliction in 2s. I'm 1500 right now. I agree. We can take damage, but we can't put it out. Yeah. Mikey, 5? Yo, Mikey got a 5, man. I didn't realize that. Yeah, drop from Chill's group to become a friend because Laz. Wait, Chill already has a group? Okay, well, I didn't know you guys have groups. Did I miss something in the BNet chat? I might have missed something then. So Chill hasn't messaged me at all. I have Thick Scooby, Mikey in Chicago. Yeah, drop from Chill's group to pick up my friend Laz. So does Chill have a group? Chill, whisper me, my guy. Because if you have a group, we can maybe get something started. I'm in the group already, first time playing, so nervous. Yo, that's awesome. Guys, you should definitely join in the 5v5 duels. If it's fine, you'll be nervous. But after like a battle or two, you guys will be fine. You'll acclimate. I get the nervous jitters when I step in the arena for the first time always. But like after a first loss or a first win, you will mellow out and you'll just be able to have fun with everybody. You guys will enjoy this. This is super fun. It's probably the best place to like learn what the other class does. But you also will be facing against like Chicago, Sivak, Chill Pills, Flexing, dudes that have experience. So don't be mad at yourselves if you do end up like not winning that encounter, because those guys are pretty damn good. We kind of switched to someone along the way. They are kind of squishy. It's just like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like there's enough give and take. Like I think if Warlocks are squishy as they are, like Affliction in PvP, they should be able to like do raw damage or burst damage or have something cheesy about them, but like they don't really have that kind of stuff. They got buffed a little bit, and like Tagsy keeps playing it, so Tagsy can make it work, but like it's like you could play Affliction or you could just play Destro and just get probably easier time with it. Get to show how to join? Yeah. If you guys want to join the 5v5 1v1 duels, player versus player, pre-made group, custom PvP, and in the custom PvP, you'll have to go find group. And the top for search, type in number 5 in order to search for groups. There's one with Flexing looking for a 5-man for the Horde. There's most likely Chicago and Alliance looking for a 5-man as well. Join the LFG group with them, and then you'll be good to go. Just join up, or if you know how to make groups yourselves, you could always make one your own. If you don't see a group available on your realm and you're willing to make a group, instead of pressing find group, press start a group. I call it something like 5v5 1v1 Duels Dalaran, as long as you have number 5 in there, because whenever you search for it, just search number 5 and hit enter, just the number 5. So call your group something like 5v5 1v1 just to make sure there's a 5 in there, so people have an easier time finding you, and then list the group for everybody to join, and then let them know in the chat. Just hit them up in the chat, say, yo, I got a group, Alliance, we need 4 more, group is called such and such, and that's probably the easiest way for you to get some groups together. I'm gonna do this for now since I'll be spectating. I should participate in these then. 9-2, I think that'll be a good time to do it. I gotta get some coffee real quick. Do you guys think I could run down, get at least warm up some coffee real quickly? Because I'm exhausted, dude. I feel like I need something in my body. I'm exhausted. I didn't get much sleep last night. I haven't gotten much sleep at all. I've been too busy working on videos, but I've been having a lot of fun with it though. like the tier set video. Hopefully you guys watched it because I put a lot of effort into that one. Like to have it like the actual like WoW head, like the actual set like spinning or whatever, and then also all the different sets, cutting that out because you need to cut it out separately and then put all the bits and then make sure it's all good, all that. Like it took me a second. I was just like cutting it out, checking what is it, screensavers, and then cutting it out to put it in the video. And I was like, by the time I was done doing all that, it was like, wow, 3 hours of my life are just gone. And then I had to put it all together. Dude, I spent so much time, but I had so much fun putting it together. Japanese duels would be fun to watch. Hell yeah, I'm down for that. So Mikey got a group, Chicago's got a group, and it looks like from the sound of things, Shield Pills also has a group. Trying to form an alliance. So guys, see if you can maybe join them on alliance if you want to. Just jump in with them, super fun, entertaining. I'm down. Hell yeah. I wonder how the duels. I definitely am gonna have to test out for PvP the tier set for rogues with a pistol shot. I'm interested because mastery has a chance to just pistol shot at the enemy. If you're running quick draw, do you get common points from it? It could be an insane amount of common points to generate. And also between the eyes with that too, you'll probably play the green skin legendary, which is going to be insane. I play, but I won't even own a PvP trinket. Yeah, this is where you just get one yourself real quickly. Night King 4 out of 5. So alliance group with Night King just needs one more. We have the second group for the alliance on NA with Chicago. You guys are more than good to join in. Let me go and see if I can start up coffee machine real quick, just to boil some water, and I'll see if I can get myself a cup of coffee before these duels. But Night King is looking. If you guys want to find groups, again, custom 5 Flexing got a healer in there, but Flexing got 3 more than he needs. Mikey has a 5-man ready to go. So yeah, let me be right back. Let me get the coffee up and at least started. I don't. We'll maybe get one. Maybe get a cup before the PvP. Speaking about PvP trinkets, I want to ask you guys what do you think about the new ones. Actually, Night King, Chicago, Mikey, all you guys that make the groups. I'm actually Temjin. How you doing, my man? I gotta get coffee real quick. Temjin, entertain the chat while I'm gone. Okay, real quick. Okay, we're back. We have a group, 5-man, ready to go. Maybe Temjin, did you entertain the chat? Press the GC like button, boys. Give it a old thumbs up. Give this stream a good old thumbs up if you're enjoying your time here. We haven't got a duel up and running, but we'll in a second. So we got a 2-man for Flexing. Mikey's ready to go, dude. He's got a 5-man. So Night King in Chicago, we got to get you guys one more alliance character in there. Once more guide. Where's Dalaran from? Originally Russia, but I live in NA and I've been living in NA for so long. With the coffee machine next to you, I need to take it from the kitchen, and then I wouldn't really have much space to put it on my table. Honestly, it's a pretty big table, but like there's a lot of garbage off of the behind the on the side of the camera. You don't want to see it. We don't have space. Yeah, originally from Russia. Made my best. You did a good job. I appreciate it. You can take over this stream from time to time then. Yeah, originally from Russia, but I've been living in NA for so long. I've been living in NA for so long that, I don't know, I just consider myself more American nowadays. I guess it just happens when you live in a country. Like, yeah, I even develop like an American accent when I speak to like my Russian family. It's kind of nutty. What's up, Equinox? How you doing, my guy? And here in UK, it's 22:18, so it's like 10 p.m. Well, good evening. Yeah, I do my duels a little bit late for EU, but I do it around the time when it's like, I asked you guys before, like, when should I do duels? Should I do them early for the EU boys? But a lot of you EU players said, you know what, do it whenever you can. We'll catch you when we can. And it's just like, don't adjust your schedule. Just make your schedule that works for you. we'll figure it out. So I've been kind of following that since. But yeah, they added some new PvP trinkets, did they not? I kind of am interested on your thoughts, boys. Yo!
Good luck, hunters.
Oh my god.
DL contestant.
Can we get a good old hashtag Temjin in chat? 77 Temjin and my man for 3 bones. My guy, thank you so much. That's very generous of you. Very, very generous of you. Thank you, my guy. Bounty has said, good luck, contestants. Give, please. Yo, my guy, thank you so much. Can we get a hashtag Temjin? That's funny as hell. Yeah, it's I don't know. I just don't. I consider myself as I'm an American boy nowadays. I'm a good old American. I got that NA education. I have still a little bit of an accent, which I try to drop the Russian accent. I haven't been able to. So where do I find these PvP trinkets? I think MMO Champion had them, right? MMO Champion. I don't check MMO Champion ever anymore. I don't know what it is. I just go straight to Wowhead. PvP trinkets. Where are the PvP trinkets? Where do I find those? There's a set bonuses, PvP, Cosmic Gladiator. Oh, they have a Cosmic Gladiator name. Mythic Plus PvP, PvP. Is it next page? Might be that. PvP. No, actually. Hold on. Trinket. Let's see. Cosmic. There's the one of them that's a Cosmic Gladiator Soul Eater. Oh, that's cool. New... Oh. Cosmic Combatant account wide. Okay. Achievements. Okay, well I can't find the PvP trinkets anymore. I don't know where they went. I'll need to look for them later, but I think it's worth a discussion. Anyone in this country for more than 5 years just gets sucked, and it's not whether it's good or bad. I think it's just whenever you live anywhere, really, you know? Whenever you live anywhere, you just kind of, I guess you just become part of the culture, especially when you stay there and you go to live there. Visiting is a whole nother story. I imagine it would happen the same if we're like anywhere else. Germany? Maybe. There's a new trinket set bonus for stamina on top of Versa buff. I saw, that's what I was trying to look up. I was trying to look up the primer. There's a couple different bonuses for double PvP trinket. There's like a primer stat, Versa buff, which is the one we currently have, and like a stamina buff. So in PvP, if you have PvP gear, you should have more primary stats and stamina for survivability to try to compete with the PvE gear. So I'm very interested to see what that's going to look like overall. Also, tier bonuses. Are tier sets supposed to be working in PvP? Is that intended for us to get them in PvP? I wonder, because it says that you will be able to upgrade all kinds of gear into tier sets. Once we have PTR, we'll have a better idea of what that's all going to look like. But for now, we'll just have to wait and see. I was trying to find the trinkets themselves. The trinket looks very sketchy. I don't care. You see on PTR, it's sketchy. Where can you find the PvP trinkets? Okay, hold on. Patch 9.2 PvP trinkets. New PvP trinket data mined. Cosmic Aspirant's emblem. Okay, so they only have one for Icy Veins. Trying to find new PvP trinket set data mined. So they found a set, but there was a set of trinkets. PvP trinket set bonus. I can't find it anywhere. Actually, I'm struggling to find it. Yo, Night King still needs a +1. We just need one more for Alliance, boys, for Night King. Join the Night King army, dude. Join the Lich King's army. And we'll have a 5-man raid to go. Chicago, how many groups you have? How many people you got? Flexing still trying to get a group together. He only got one for now over on a Horde. So if you guys want on a Horde, want to join Flexing, you're more than welcome to. Sub bonuses works everywhere. It was confirmed. I know that, but we know how PvP gear has like scaling in PvP. I wonder how that will function. Like, ready? Night King is at a 5-man. All right, so let's get Night King in here and Mikey WoW as well for the first duel of the day. Spectator match. Mikey WoW Night King. I'll finish my train of thought in just a second. What I'm trying to say is, you know how PvP gear scales in PvP up, like it scales up on item level? I wonder what happens with the PvP gear when you add a tier set bonus to it. Like, does that scale or what? New update. Super T's 5.0. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Kaiser. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's going to be really helpful. Huge thank you. Huge thank you. I want to take a look at these things because I want to find them as well and like discuss about them. Because there were some really wacky, cheesy things that got going on. Like a 50% damage reduction trinket with some kind of cosmic damage afterwards. Like that just sounds insane. You know? That could be busted. Alrighty, boys. First duel of the day. Switch. We got ourselves over team 1 with Bellator as a Fury Warrior shots. Not going to be shooting any shots. Instead, maybe like Serpent Stings. Maybe like Kill Shot at the best. But it's got to be a tier 4 drink. Tyrion 4 drinks with us in this arena. Varang as well as Wolfie over on the team 1 versus Bakey over on the team 2 as a balance druid. Chill Pills sitting atop his Gladiator Mount with Cass. Also the Gladiator Mount is a Demon Hunter. We got ourselves Frey going out into the fray as a Retribution Paladin Necrolord with Shadow Rex in the back. What a mismatch of a Mog, but whatever you like playing, my guy. Looks like Tyrion Forging went up for a second, but backed down for a moment. I think the team 1 is still trying to figure out who's going first, who's going last. And it looks like they're like, yo, Tyrion. Wait, no, Tyrion doesn't want to go. Tyrion doesn't want to go first. It's like, wait, is that a Paladin? Nah, hey, can somebody else go before me? Can somebody else go ahead? Maybe it's Rang? Or maybe they're still trying to figure out who's going to be first. Is it Wolfie? Somebody's going to have to go. It looks like Wolfie's going to have to lead the charge into the fray, literally. As Frey is going to open up with a judgment from the get-go. Fleshcraft is going to hold on for a while with a storm, with a Sunder by Wolfie. Going to be shield advantage for Frey with some damage. Seraphim is up, trinket for Wolfie as they're going to go for an Ascendance. Better get away from Frey. It's going to be able to bust through the shield advantage. Frey maybe lagged out. Something's going on with Frey. I'm not quite sure. I think Frey had massive lag. Wolfie didn't give him a chance though to recover, taking out a Paladin before they can even press a bubble. Again, not sure exactly what happened to Frey, but Wolfie does end up sniping him out. Bakey leaping in behind Wolfie with a quick roar is going to land Moonfires and Sunfires. That is a Balance Druid. Ghost Wolves and an Earth Elemental charging in for Wolfie as he got the full pets. That's actually going to be pets of his own. Bakey got the Tree Boys in. The Tree Boys actually put in some aggro away from Bakey onto the Tree Man. That's going to be the Static Totem in order to create a fence for Bakey to get out of. Barrel Form with the Friends of Regen. Thorns is up. Wolfie is going to be able to swipe the Thorns out of here with the Shackles of Malediction onto Bakey, but looks like he's going to end up having to break it. Or maybe Bakey used the Shadow Meld in order to break that chain. Either way, Wolfie getting knocked back for a moment. That's going to be Bakey perfect opportunity to catch a couple of regrowths and keep the duel running. And Wolfie is going to have to try to see if he can close the gap. Is able to at least heal himself with a lot of that mana and plenty of Maelstrom that he can generate. Bakey dropping down the Starfall in order to drop down Starburst with a knock-up onto Wolfie. The knock-up does slow Wolfie down for a second, where Bakey might be able to break away from the two. Sunder by Wolfie gets himself a pretty big Naja Haze buff for a moment. Bakey with a Barkskin and Thorns, as Wolfie is going to purge all the buffs from Bakey, trying to remove him. We're going to be more Starfall for Bakey, hoping for those Starburst procs. One Starburst right next to him, could pick it up right there. Actually going to go with a distance instead. Maybe has a knockback ready for Wolfie. He's just going to stand his ground, cast a Wrath in. That's going to be Sadicling Totem, not going to let him go anywhere. Bakey, not in a great position, might be in trouble. Going to be a bash to Wolfie with a Convoke, doing a lot of damage. Actually, Wolfie was not able to interrupt it just in time, and Wolfie does get himself a massive heal as the silence comes down. Bakey is going to have to go for a bit of a reset himself. Got himself Fury of Loon. Celestial Lemon just trying to pop off as much damage as possible, but looks like he's going to continue trying to at least maintain himself. Quick interrupt by Wolfie before Bakey can get himself a big setup. Starburst, huge knockup. Does he maybe have a Typhoon? I think he already used it. Quick roar onto Wolfie, but there is doubts. Wolfie is actually taking a bit of damage right now. Bakey just continued to just rot him down over time with the Starfall, with the Moonfires, with the random Starbursts of damage. And Bakey's looking for a bit of a reheal. Wolfie out of that Maelstrom cannot really recover his health effectively. It's going to be looking for Bakey. Might have to pick up a set of eyes. Is going to maybe be able to go behind the pillar. Cast a couple heal surges, but for the mana, those things are actually not that good for his mana at all. Bakey set himself up ahead of time. It's going to be dropping down the Tree Boys. Do the Tree Boys even do damage in PvP? They're trying to do something. I think they're more for building resources. Wait, they actually ran away. That second totem? What are these Tree Boys doing? Bakey was at least able to get a little bit of resources with the Tree Man over there. Quick Sunder by the Shaman, got the Ghost Wolves ready to go. Gonna be plenty of Maelstrom for Wolfie to work with the Nachi Haze buff. Quick, the Chain Harvest onto Bakey. Bakey takes no damage from that at all. Baron from Barkskin. This gives him plenty healthy. Big Ascendance out for Wolfie, but it does not have line of sight, and Bakey is going to create that line of sight. Bakey could be in trouble. Does activate Shadow Save, activates Prowl. Oh my god, the Prowl is so good. Actually avoiding Wolfie completely. Wolfie does pick up the eyes. He's going to see Bakey going for a bit of that regrowth recovery. So far, Bakey has actually been able to deal a bit of damage to Wolfie. And he's been able to survived a lot of those bursts by literally running away from it. I'm actually quite surprised. Fury Balloon rolling as Bakey building a lot of that Star Surge power or Astral power is going to be dropping down the trees as well as the Starfall. Starfall, I guess, for the damage. Actually doing decent damage to Wolfie with the Convoke. Does Wolfie go for an interrupt? Definitely should. Going to be grounding for those last two Star Surges for Wolfie. That was so lucky that grounding absorbed both Star Surges back to back. Bakey picking up a Starburst, and it's going to continue to pressure to Wolfie. Wolfie going to get knocked up in the air for a moment. Does have a pre-wall ready for this. Bakey trying to max out the damage. Is going to go for a quick ward. Trying to destroy the totem. Wolfie is going to use the opportunity to catch up on healing. Shackles onto Bakey. Is going to be able to back up out of there. Has Starburst ready to go. Is going to go for a regrowth. Going to be a knockout for Wolfie whenever he touches one of those Starbursts. If Bakey activates an Eclipse while a Starburst hits Wolfie, it actually does a lot more damage because that Starburst is astral damage. There goes an Eclipse. Bakey is going to be able to get himself a little bit extra damage. That Starfall is going to also add a little bit extra ram damage on top of it. Wolfie avoiding the Starburst completely. Bakey trying to go for a heal. Definitely should go towards the Starburst as soon as he can. Bear Form, does he have a frenzy regen? He does. Just to pick up one of those Starbursts as soon as possible, just for the knockup. Quick Cyclone onto Wolfie. Trinket out of the Shaman though. Trying to keep the pressure rolling with Ghost Tools, and Bakey just looking to sprint out of there with Cat Form. Frost Shock is going to be slowing him down, trying to power shift out of the slows. The Ghost Tools are going to build up for a bit of damage. And Bakey should be able to get himself a quick Cyclone if he needs to, actually. Or a quick Root as well. Should be almost instant. Actually, no, it falls off. But if you are playing Boomy, you do get the Feral or Alkin Frenzy whenever you get hit, which can give you instant cast for Star Surges, but also it can give you Cyclones. Gonna be Convoke, actually hitting a lot of the enemy team. It looks like Shots actually took majority of the damage. Super unfortunate for Bakey. Wolfie did take a bit of damage, so the Trade Man beating up Team 1 as Wolfie is able to take this time, since he has no pressure on himself, recover. Bakey actually stopped still for a second. I think Bakey is just sad that he maybe all his bursts went into the enemy team. Bakey leaves because a lot of his damage went into Team 1. He just bows up out of there. He's like, well, there goes my burst. Super unfortunate. That could have been so much damage. His Shots was about a half health. Imagine if all the damage went to Wolfie. Chill Pill's gonna roll over the Shaman. So sorry for you, Bakey. My guy, you did the best you could. The Convoke, you just can't control it at all. That is so rough. Bellator going to be up next, leaping in after Chill Pills, but Bellator took a bit of a beating, even though he's the one popping off cooldowns. Is going to be that Night Fae, big knockdown. He better have himself the biggest damage available, Rampage, everything rolling. Chill Pills trying to avoid Bellator as best possible, throwing up a dragon at him with a Fleshka behind the corner. Does the dragon slow him down, Frostworm's Fury? I think it might. 7 minutes into the duel, can Chill Pills fight off the rest of Team 1? Actually, we have somebody leave on Team 2, it's so sad. Actually, did it? Was it? It was, because it was only the Boomy that got to play. Unforged. Bellator taking a bit of damage. Knockdown onto Chill Pills, having to go for IBF. This could be a bad trouble for both of them. Both of them were super low. Bellator did use Enrage Regeneration. Didn't really get much regenerating there. Big grippy hand for slapping around the Bellator with encasing him in an ice block with that Remorse went to silence and no rallying cry. Only the normal cry. As the warrior goes down, Vrang is going to be up next. It's going to be that Death and Decay. Vrang getting hit by the D&D is going to be able to get some dots into Chill Pills. Chill Pills better pop defenses as early as possible. He doesn't really have much to work with though. AMS is the only thing he's really got. It's going to be Vrang continuing to get the Eagles flying. Chill Pills looking for a bit of a reset. No health whatsoever. Has at least the pet to maybe get some death strikes off of, but a 21% dampener is just not going to be able to recover with a kill shot around the corner taking him out. Shadow Rex going to be up next over on the Team 2. Trying to see if he might be able to get himself a good opener versus Rang. Shadow Blades off the bat. Does he go for a Shadow Strike? Kidney Shot instead. Kyrian Burst. Trying to make the most damage with that Kyrian. Is getting a bit of pressure. Cheap Shot to follow after. It's going to be a stun by Rang. Chicken by Shadow Rex. Feign dead by Rang. as he get himself a bit of a heal. A 24% dampen to get it slightly reduced, and most likely more reduced if Shadow Rex is playing, which he really should be if he was playing Moon Poison. Turtle, as well as a bit of healing. Shadow Rex turns the attention onto the pet, actually goes for a blind afterwards, built himself up a few calm points, I think ready for a kidney shot. But a freezing trap is going to put him in place. Going to be a dead shocker for Rang, and Rex is going to go for big damage, but actually explosion. Wait, is Rang playing explosive shot with his death shocker? He might be. So death shocker will actually put explosives on the enemy and will explode like an explosive shot would. That's actually quite a bit of damage. And that's going to be Pain Death for the Shackles and Malediction cast. Charging towards Rang, slicing dicing right through him with a Blade Dance Trinkets just to land that auto attack, taking him out. And Tier 4 are going to be up next over on Team 1. Metamorphosis for Cass needs to use everything he's got in order to maintain himself for damage. Darkness down, while in meta can go for a bit of healing. Darkness, does that help him out versus Tyrion's full damage? It looks like Tyrion maybe is trying to delay his damage with Darkness. Going to be Shadow Meld with a HUD. Might be able to get himself a little bit. At least keep working. Tyrion taking a bunch of damage. Stun, and Cass is going to be out in the open. Not much he can really do against the bubble. One more global and he's done. Super unfortunate there, boys. Shieldpill's coming in with 2 hits. Rang taking 2 out. The Boom Kid actually had such a good duel versus the Shaman up until that last Convoke. It was actually such a close back and forth with the Starfall, the trees, all that. And then that Convoke just ended up doing damage to someone else completely. That is so sad. Chicago got a 5-man? Alright. Yo, Night King, Mikey. We got someone to queue. To left my group, lol. It's all good. Druid Rage? I get it completely. I get it completely. I mean, he had his full burst set up. Mike still got 5. We could go with Chicago versus Mikey real quick then. We'll get Night King up and running right after. Right before that, I do want to get myself my coffee. 170 on an A, 160, 65. Wait, do we only have 161? Oh, we got to catch up with them in A duels, boys. Gotta catch up with an A. Are you excited about tier 6? Yes, I am. Let me get my coffee real quick, and we'll queue Mikey in Chicago. I just want to make sure I get my coffee in the cup. I can't talk. Be right back, Temjin. Back to entertaining the chat. Real quick. Okay, we are back. Coffee is here. Duel is starting. We're good to go, boys. Which of my team just joined, but it says Chicago wins. Really? Putting your bets out right now, Mikey versus Chicago? You think you'll know who's gonna win? Fair enough, fair enough. Alrighty, boys. Second round of duels for Team Mikey. They got a full team. Actually, the majority of the team got to play, didn't they? No, Shots never got to play. Never mind. So I guess the rest of the team will get a chance to play, hopefully. We'll see how it works, though. We'll see how they do. Versus Team Chicago. And Chicago looks like they're missing one. Particular Pepsi is not there. Oh, true. Wait, Pepsi? There he is. There he is. The favorite dueler in this video is hell yeah, dude. Cryzer is such a nice guy, too. Not only does he slap up in duels, but also a really nice dude as well. What if I the transmog we talked about earlier? The transmog. Which one, David? Which transmog? Exactly. What's up, Dad? What's up, Spicy? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Alright, let's get a duel up and running. Switch. We got ourselves Team CBZUs over on Team 2 as a As a affliction, changing it up a bit. Jim Bob as a hunter for marksman. We got Maujuana. We got Mao with Pepsi as well as Chicago, and Mao gonna be first up. I like that name. We got Rang over on the team 1 with the flash scuff. This Convoke comes out of the bat, actually not trinketing, just letting that pet take a lot of the damage of Convoke. That is super unfortunate, but that is how Pharaohs sometimes be. Big explosive, gonna take the pet down. Mijuana to try to go for as much healing as they can. He's got to still try to go through every single defensive in the spellbook. Rang might be looking for that pet. The pet did die for Mijuana. He did exactly one to kill the pet. It looks like the man is actually lagging real bad. Wait, Rang actually taking advantage. We're just going for a pet revive. Wait, what is going on? Oh no, this fella had such a good opener to obliterate the pet, and they got hit by lag immediately. Oh no, at least Rang is giving him a slammer opportunity to come back to the game. At least he's giving him a chance to reconnect. I don't know what happened. Huh. He's giving him a chance at least. That's super unfortunate. He just begun the duel. He just made the play of the year. He eliminated that pet completely. Vrang is gonna have to put that cat down. Not much you can really do. You gotta get the duels rolling. You have to do something with the duels. You have to get the next person playing. I'm sorry, Meow. You tried your best, but something happened on your end, or maybe on the Blizzard's end. Gal Kitty dead, yeah. He did really good too. Like he convoked, and the convoke, a lot of that damage went into the pet rather than the hunter. But it actually played into his favor because the hunter didn't have utility or defenses afterwards. Pepsi gonna be up next versus Rang, who's actually opening up with a really aggressive opener. Pepsi's gonna have to go for a little bit of defensive play really early on. Power shifted while sprinting all over the place. Actually just so fast, zooming around as the Death Chakram joins in. That's gonna be explosive onto Pepsi with more grenades to follow. It's gonna go for a shot mill for a second. Wait, is there no explosive shot afterwards? Rang dropping down a freezing trap onto Pepsi. No more trinket. Rang is gonna be able to catch up with a bit of manic better. Just Pepsi playing that Kyrian kitty. I like the Kyrian cat. That's actually 15% more damage for the Kyrian. Literally just 15% more damage for those bites and shreds and everything. Actually could be really deadly. Pepsi trying to get the most damage into Rang. Keep the pressure rolling. It's going to get a root onto that pet. And that's going to be Rang. Trying to get some damage back again and again into the kitty. As Pepsi goes in a barrel from a little bit of a frenzy region. Rang not letting him go anywhere. Quick roar as the harpoon comes out. And that's a really nice stack for him. I like the way that looks. I think Pepsi might have either picked up a buff from Pelagos or used the sippy cup just now. It's hard to tell exactly what he just did because there's a lot of those Kyrian like glowy effects that I just don't really know. Rang, Jed and a Death Shock with a Pepsi is doing quite a bit of damage. Is that going to come with an explosive shot? Oh, I think he swapped out from explosive shot leg to something else. Pepsi with a bark set. Is that going to be enough though? There's going to be grenades with chakram, skill shot to follow. Pepsi in a bad spot. Wall up and running. Needs a heal right now. Going to be a bastard to Rang. That's going to be Pepsi continuing to attack. Wall is up. Pepsi does get him some friends to reach in. Actually survives the last second, but the hunter isn't done just yet. Harpooning at the stack as they're around the corner. The thorns up for Pepsi, trying to leap away, trying to keep himself afloat. Doing whatever they can. Oh, you know what? I actually wonder what it is. I think for Pepsi it might be Clea. Clea Soulbind flare around the corner so Pepsi can't even catch himself a reset as the hunter is just relentless in that chase. If he denies Pepsi a reset, he's in a great spot. Pepsi trying to build some calm points off the pet. Maybe they can go for a maim and big damage. Death Chakram better play defensively. Maybe Barksy might need to be used here as Death Chakram is not only going to do shadow damage for Pepsi, but it's also going to increase the amount of physical damage Pepsi takes by 10%. The pet around the corner going to deny the feral reset. Again, really needs that prowl. At least able to build calm points. At least able to do something in the game. Catch some regrowths whenever possible. So he's at least kind of okay. Stabilized a little bit, but still in trouble. Trinket is available. He's going to catch a resell for a second. I think might have been a shot about resell. Get an opener onto Rang. Do you have the Kyrian setup? Do you have that Kyrian burst? No longer has a stun to combo with it. Freezing trap. Pepsi's going to have to wait for a second as Rang got himself manic bandages up and running. And Pepsi out of this, maybe you have some resources, is going to go for an interrupt versus Rang as he tries to get himself a flesh cap to caramelize around him. Big Death Chakra versus Pepsi, stun onto that pet. Pepsi just got plenty of damage for the hunter stun onto Pepsi, trick inside of it, but that's still more damage from the hunter bash for Pepsi with a Kyrian burst. Going to be a trick for the hunter. Pepsi got himself a little bit of that survivability, trying to keep himself afloat. Another big bite. Oh my goodness, that Kyrian bite. Dude, in PvE, you do like 40k bites, 50k bites, even 60 if you got a lot of gear as a Kyrian Feral. in PvP, that translates really well. I know it's not Convoke that kind of plays the game for you, but the Kyrian, I mean, they're just a huge amp every minute. 15% damage increase. That's huge. That's massive. Pepsi getting charged up by Bellator. Bellator trying to see if he can deny the Feral reset, and that's going to be a charge, intercepting him. And that's going to be Rage and Blows to keep pressure on. Pepsi does activate in Rage Regeneration as emergency healing. Bellator still has Abandon, Reckless Abandon buff. Or just one more Raging Blow to get him a short charge towards Pepsi. Gonna be the proper Feral Frenzy by Pepsi. Trying to go for big old bites versus Bellator. That's going to be Bleeds amped up as well. And Pepsi getting charged in. Bellator needs himself a lot of pressure for Pepsi. Going to be a regrowth for Pepsi, but did not. He goes against it and said, taking a Warlock Gateway. We don't really like seeing that. CBZ set up a gateway because I think CBZ is supposed to be going up next. But this does give Pepsi a bit of an unfair advantage there. Not going to lie. That was a little bit unfair. Normally we don't like people setting up Warlock Gates until they are the ones dueling. But for Pepsi, that did give him a lot of that mobility. Pepsi does get the opener on Bellator, and actually might just end it here. Bellator does have every defensive available. Frenzy reaches up right now. Pepsi with a quick maim and a root onto Bellator to try to let him bleed out with the dots. Pepsi activated the Kyrian Burst, maybe activated a little too early. Wants to go for that Feral Frenzy if possible. I think trying to go for a Rake Stun onto Bellator. Does Bellator have any more healing? He doesn't quite shout. Big bite out of Pepsi. With Tyrion Forging going to be up next. Pepsi might just be able to go for a 1v5 here. 30k bottom, 100 Kyrian Pump. Yeah. So, yeah, those bites can do a lot of damage on PvE. But in PvP, they are slightly downgraded, but they can still hit really, really hard. Like, Convoke is a pretty big bite spree. No, don't get me wrong. But this is on a whole nother level. Pepsi tried to see if he can get himself a big old opener to Forging. Gonna be that Trinket immediately by the Paladin with Seraphim Wings and everything. Gonna be Pepsi with that wall as well as a Trinket. Try to see if he can juke away from Tyrion. Doesn't have any mobility. He has Hand of Freedom. Doesn't have the pony to catch up to Pepsi. He might just need to use it. And I think if he doesn't use the pony, he's still getting this judgment, still getting the bonks on the Pepsi's head with those hammers, but unable to catch up. Thorns is up for Pepsi. Got himself a restealth with the opener as the wings are down. Able to fight Tyrion, Forging himself with Feral Frenzy while full Kyrian Burst is up. Bleeds are empowered, bites are empowered. Could be lots of big damage. Does the Feral have the calm points? Bash onto Forging before the bite comes through. He does go for the bubble just in case. And probably a good reason why he used that bubble, because that could have been the end of him. That's cheating? Yeah, taking the gateway when it's not your gateway. I feel like, I guess there's context, right? If an arms warrior who doesn't have any healing takes a gate, or like a marksmanship hunter who doesn't have a lot of survivability, or like affliction more like takes a gateway just to make the duel more interesting, I'm mostly fine with that. But like a class that already could do a lot of healing, a Feral do it, or that already has good mobility, I feel like it just makes it kind of less fun to watch. That's all I'm saying. It's just a bit of a gripe. But Pepsi is going to get a root onto the Paladin. He's continuing to keep going. He's got the longevity. He went against the Hunter and he did okay. He survived the onslaught of the Warrior. He did just fine. The Paladin so far, he's whittling out his cooldowns. Blessing of Protection is the only thing he has. Bop available for Forging. Might just have to use it as a big old bite. Well, then Pepsi going for a Cyclone immediately, trying to prevent any healing from Forging. Maybe he can even go for a bit of a reset too. It looks like he's trying to go for a reset behind the pillar. Maybe he could go for a Skull Bash next time he tries to go for a big heal. Consecration down, does get himself a Skull Bash. Is there any cooldowns available for Pepsi? Does not have Feral Frenzy or anything, so maybe some sustained damage versus Forging, maybe some bleeds. As the Paladin gets wings, full Seraphim available. Could be deadly situation. Pepsi better pop a defensive. Is going to be Barksy with a quick word towards Forging, and Pepsi is going to get himself a Frenzied Regen heal while in bear form. We are at the 8-minute mark. 22% dampening, so the healing is going to start to get dampened here more and more. Pepsi did get a little bit of healing out of that Frenzied Regen, but more uses of Frenzied Regen going forward is going to get weaker and weaker by the time. Forging tried to see if he can snipe the Feral out, dropping down Final Wreck in case he gets the Feral out in the open. He doesn't though. Sitting in that Consecration in case the Feral walks in, trying to get the Feral out of stealth if possible. The Feral is going to land that stun, opener on the side. Forging, shrinking it out of immediately. Big Kyrian Burst off for the kitty with a bash. Big bite onto Forging. Do they have a second bite to follow? Trinket available. They want to get out of that stun. Looks like Forging is going to go for wings. Big damage to Pepsi while healing. Emergency healing for Pepsi activated with that emergency Frenzied Regen. And that's going to be Thorns. Maybe he could just continue the pressure, let the sustained damage do stuff, let the Thorns do things, because Forging is going to have to hit the kitty just to generate holy power. And with those bites, it could be really deadly. Tried to belt the Thorns off him, but looks like the bleeds and the few bites is going to end up capitalizing on the win for Pepsi. Shots is going to be up next, playing that Survival Hunter. I wonder what Covenant, most like a Ventium. Flare around the corner. Pepsi doesn't even go for a reset. Gonna be shots dropping in with the raid weapon. Activated and becoming like a forsworn champion of the jailer himself. Which actually gives you like 300 Versa, crit, mastery, and haste. Which is actually kind of big. That's a pretty big weapon. Pepsi just gonna get some bleeds onto shots and it's gonna get out of there. Pepsi did use the gateway again. Not much you can really do to control the gateway, you know? Like, this is why we ask people not to set up a gateway until you're the one dueling. So you don't get situations like this. Shots take a lot of damage as a Kyrian comes out for the Pepsi with a freezing trap to follow. Manic better as soon as he gets hit by that feral frenzy. He's just trying to recover any of the bleeds. He's just trying to bandage him as best as possible, just trying to mend the wounds before jumping in. Pepsi with the thorns definitely needs to go for a trank shot in order to remove the thorns. A shot zipping low in health is going to go for a turtle. Not a lot he can really use to heal. It's going to deactivate the turtle. Got himself the pet sack in case. Pepsi turns attention onto him. Freezing trap around the corner. At least he gets the opener. With another manic better just trying to recover as much as he can. 10 minutes into the duel. Rather, 11 minutes. 36% dampening. Goes into camera for a second. Pepsi gets that opener either way. He's going to be tricking for shots with a big old bite. And Pepsi taking him out with Wolfie up next. Charging in. Can Pepsi go for a clean 1v5 as a Kyrian Feral? Because these bites are pretty big. What's up, Felipe? How you doing, my guy? Thorns are up for Pepsi. Wolfie trying to engage with the kitty cat, dropping down the static totem in order to keep the feral in place. And it's going to be full ascendance. The feral is going to go for a full wall. It's going to be wind strikes from a distance, but the wall and the Barskin are keeping him that, giving him the protection, that for survivability that he needs in that situation. Wolfie charging in, trying to get as many wind strikes as he can before the ball for ascendance is over. It looks like ascendance is down. Pepsi might be able to get a counter pressure bash up. It's going to be Kyrian burst. Going to be a trigger for Wolfie with a maim for Pepsi. That maim is a very interesting choice. I would imagine he would have just went for the bites either way. But it's going to be a quick maim root onto Wolfie as he's looking for a bit of reset. The Earth Elemental is not going to let Pepsi catch a re-stealth unless he goes for a full-blown Shadow Meld. So he could get himself a reset. I doubt he's going to be able to get one. At least not for a while. And Wolfie trying to keep the pressure rolling, trying to keep the Feral out of stealth, but Feral catches Prowl. And is going to be able to get the Rake with the extra big bleed with the Rip as well. So should be able to put some pressure into Wolfie, at least for the time being. With Thorns up, you got another restun actually. Especially if Kyrian bursts back up. It probably does. It's going to be a bite. Wolfie should be able to get some Maelstrom, has the mana, and should have the Maelstrom in order to keep this working with. Needs to maintain his health as best as possible. He looks like he's playing for an elemental build. Or is he playing, are you Lightning Shield or are you a Earth Shield build? I thought you were Lightning Shield for a second. But actually probably Earth Shield. Speaking about Earth Shield, where is it? Probably want to set it up as soon as possible just to give some more healing. Pepsi catches that main with Wolfie, trying to go for the big old bite. Looks like the big Kyrian bite taking him out. Definitely want to make sure the Earth Shield is on you at all times. But that's going to be a 1v5 by the Druid. He did cheat, that's true. He did cheat, that is true. He did use the Warlock Gateway. But the bites, I don't know. Is that good enough? Maybe. Do the big bites override the cheatsy doodle? You decide. You decide. Smash that like button, boys. Give this stream a like if you're enjoying yourselves. Still got 5. Yo, Night King, and we're looking at a 5-man raid to go, my guy. If Night King got a 5, dude, Chicago is ready, is waiting. Yo, Pepsi, don't use the Warlock Gateway, please. Wait, actually a second. Are they swapping somebody out? We won't count this as a victory. It's kind of lame. Yeah, I guess so. Night King still got 4. Yo, Night King needs a +1 for Team Alliance, boys. Let's get a +1 in here real quickly. If you know a friend on the Alliance that want to play, dude, get him in. Literally use the Warlock Gateway twice to get over from melee cards. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go about spirit cheating. That's true. That's true. I agree with you. Yo, Pepsi, can you next time you see a gateway? Actually, CBSUs, just don't pre-set up a gateway. Just wait until you're the one dueling to set up a gateway. I think that'll be an easier way. Black House Stones are fine. Yeah, gateways a bit cheesing. That's true. We do like it that we're like there's certain things we can't control in these duels, like gateway. We can't really control it. But we can ask Warlocks to not set up a gateway unless they're the ones dueling, right? Warlock Hellstones, Warlocks are gonna want to need. Warlocks are gonna need them anyway. So the Warlock cookies, that's gonna be a thing. I told him to set up. Although Pepsi was gonna dial them out, really? Okay. Yeah, Chicago is the one that told the Warlock to set up. Yeah, he should have known Pepsi though. I feel like Pepsi would have actually died if not for the gateway. It's a 1v1. Yeah, but we try not to make rules around things we cannot control. So like a priest goes in the arena and uses, let's say, power word fortitude to buff everybody's stamina. They're gonna use it on themselves anyway. But like that buff is gonna apply to the group when they press it. They can't really control like, yo guys, can you take off that buff? Thank you so much. It's gonna be something we can't control. So we don't try to make rules around things we can't really control. But like asking players to not use certain PvP talents, or like rogues using shadowy duel on the target that are not dueling to catch a re-stealth, right? That, or your priests using void shift in order to swap health, since priests have a lot of survivability nowadays. We could control that kind of stuff, like ask people not to do these things. But in terms of like buffs and warlock stones and stuff, it's not something we can control, so we don't try to make rules around it. You know? Either way, Chicago, do we have a 5-man? Because Night King still has a 4. We could probably get Chicago versus Mikey up next. Or back again. I guess maybe then Pepsi could get himself a rematch without the gateway. What about punching people for using it? I mean, all we can ask is for like, if Chicago, let's say, gets somebody in the group that's being rowdy or cheating or doing anything weird, let's say they're like a boomkin, and like if somebody's nearby, they'll just keep wrathing the person. Like we'll just ask Chicago to like boot the person out of the group for the next arena. Or sometimes there's some vigilante justice where the other team is like seeing somebody on that team. Let's say Micah's team sees Chicago's member doing something weird, something cheatsy. Like sometimes Micah will be like, you know what, let's go and nuke that guy and then we'll continue the duel. If Chicago's team knows what's going on, they'll probably just let him slay that guy that's cheating or do anything weird, and they'll just continue the duel as normal. We've had multiple times like that happen on EU. Krager sometimes like, alright, we're going to kill that guy. Everybody goes over, nukes that guy real quickly, backs up, we continue the duel like nothing happened. Sometimes vigilante justice happens in arena. Chicago, let me know if you have a 5-man ready, because Mikey is ready to go. I probably shouldn't be drinking coffee at 5 p.m. But we're doing it anyway, dude. I need energy. I gotta get some work done, and then I'm gonna go back to sleep. I feel like I've been sleeping all day, dude. It's really bad. I gotta fix it. It's really, really bad. Do we still have Flexing trying to make a group, by the way? Oh, Flexing! Yo, Flexing! Oh, no. I was gonna say, Flexing still trying to make a group. Hopefully Flexing maybe join with Mikey at some point. But Chicago got 5? Alright, Chicago. Mikey, we'll get you up and running. Night King, as soon as you get yourself a 5th on the lines, we'll get you in there, my guy. Don't you worry, because Night King's team hasn't really get to play too much. Cup of coffee, do you drink, Dal? Normally, I like my coffee. Normally, I like really sweet coffee with like creamers and stuff. But this is actually just dark coffee. Like it comes with like these little packets or whatever. I usually like to put creamers. I like to put some sweets in there, like sugar. I like my coffee either really sweet or like black, like bitter as hell. And this is kind of like dark. It's not quite bitter. It's not quite the bitterness of just like the ages beyond of the 9 hells. But it's not exactly sweet either. It's like really mellow in the middle, but it does the work. It does the job. But yeah, I either like it really, really sweet because I'm 5, or I like it like super bitter, like the bitterest coffee you got. Like there's one coffee like so coffee in NA in America isn't that great. There's this way to make coffee where you actually roast the beans themselves. It is so good. It's like a European/Russian like French thing they do. Oh my god! But it takes a second. You actually have to go and roast them yourself in like a pan. It's worth it, but it takes a long while. Oh, it's so good. And the whole house smells like coffee for the rest of the day. Oh, I should make that sometime. But I just need something quick to get up for the duels. You know what I mean? Oh, we started already. Switch. Bellator charging in immediately versus CBZ is going to be the mortal call. CBZ is trying to make Affliction work. It's going to try to go for Fear versus Bellator. Bellator is dotted up with the Dark Glare, expanding those dots even further. CBZ has got himself full haze buff, and Bellator is not really doing good behind the pillar. The man thinks he's going to be able to survive these dots and be able to charge back, and CBZ to be okay. Does get himself a big charge and a big heal. With the Friends of Regen, is going to turn the attention onto the Dark Glare for a couple of Bloodthirsts. CBZ is playing the Dark... the Death Bolt? Wait, didn't they buff Death Bolt already? Or is that for 9-2? I think they already buffed the Death Bolt to make it more consistent, but Bellator is still dotted up, still ticking down with pressure from CB Zeus, little by little, but should be able to be okay for a second or two. CBZeus, do you have any mobility? Is gonna have to go for Warlock Gate Portal for Warlock Portal. For Warlock Hellstone, does have a port back behind the pillar as he slowly moseyed over to his side of the arena. Bellator is dotted up with the Contagion, proccing all those dots. The dots are taken out faster, so hopefully that gives CBZeus the procs he needs in order to make the damage happen. But Bellator's health looks like the dots are slowing down, looks like the dots are waning and falling off. This way CBZeus needs to get back behind in front of Bellator, get those dots refreshed with Agony and Corruption, make sure there's a UA rolling. Gonna be a interrupt by Bellator. CBZeus does land the juke. It's gonna get some dots out of Bellator, but the knockdown by the Warrior comes out, and the Warrior continues to heal himself with blood. There's gonna be a few good Zerkers out of it as CBZeus trying to make some damage happen. It's gonna be the Darklight to empower the dots. He doesn't have his Hexal stability just yet, but the Darklight is there. It looks like Bellator does take him out. It's gonna be able to get a charge in with a massive heal. Frenzy reach him back up and running. And Chicago is going to be up next. It's going to be a Fear as Bellator did a bit of damage to Chicago in the opener. Fearing the Wolves way out as far as he can. Chicago with a massive chain hovers. Bellator is not in a good spot. Still rocking down to the dots of CBZeus. And Chicago was able to take him out. With Wolfie up next. Chicago trying to go for... Was that a stun by Chicago? Or was that a stun... I think it was Chicago's... Was it Chicago's stun? No, it was Chicago's stun. Chicago tried to see if he can get a stun into Wolfie with a Sunder and a stun. I think was able to stun the pets, but not Wolfie himself. And Chicago is going to go into this massive ascendance, but having to go for a lot of self-healing. What kind of a build are you running? You're running a Lightning Shield. Gonna be that totem down. Which totem is it? Whose totem is it? Gonna be Wolfie with that ascendance. Does Chicago have an answer for it? It's gonna wall it and try to see if they can find it. The Earth Elementals are beating up one another. It's a 5v5 1v1 duels in here as the Earth Elementals are beating one another. You got Joe and you got Craig over here. Craig uses an auto attack. Joe hits him with an auto attack. And now it's gonna be Wolfie and Chicago using a bunch of spells that no one can keep up with anyway. Quick stun by Chicago onto these pets. Again, the Earth Elementals, for a second, they helped out one another, but then they started beating each other up. So they are there just for the freebie. Stamina buff for both of the Shamans, but they're absolutely doing nothing, just taunting each other. LA 1v1, boys. That's the duels we want to see. It looks like one of them actually won. Wait, Chicago's Elemental won. Looks like Craig won. I can't believe it. We already have a victory over for Team 2. So Team 1 takes a victory, but Team 2 Elemental beats the other one out. He actually wins it. He actually did better auto attacks. Quick Thunder onto Chicago as Wolfie looking for a bit of a reset, but Wolfie's out of mana completely. Not in trouble just yet. We're not in dampening, but his health is not doing that good. Chicago getting mad procs right now. Wolfie able to get himself a little bit of healing. Gonna be that totem down, and Chicago can't really go anywhere. The Wolves are getting locked out by the totem. Gonna be Wolfie resetting as it drops down that totem to keep Chicago at bay, recovering a bit of that mana. He definitely needs it. Needs Maelstrom too, but definitely needs mana. Healing Surge does make it through. And Chicago is going to have to work his health down again. Chicago's also actually out of mana completely, even though Chicago wasn't really going for a lot of healing. Was going for damage instead. Going to be Wolfie. Started taking a bit of damage. This is going to be Wall. Wolfie got himself Ghost Wolves, Sunder on Chicago, but look at just to get away. Walled this off as he's waiting for mana to recuperate over time. Next video title, These Elementals Totally Rock by Atho. Atho. How you doing, buddy? That's a really bad dad joke, but I love it. That's so good. Gonna be Wolfie, kind of low on health. Needs mana. Has a Maelstrom at least. But now he's back just drained. He's just thirsty for mana. This man needs just a little bit of that blue bar up. It's gonna be dropping down the totem. Chicago looking to eliminate the totem to catch up back to Wolfie. But Wolfie is gonna be able to make a breakaway. Playing that static totem is actually huge. Wait, chat, is that actually called static totem? I forgot what the totem's called. I had this happen a couple of weeks ago. I forgot what it was called and I had to ask the chat. Big chain harvest on the Wolfie, not in a good spot, and it looks like Chicago just rocks him. Literally with the procs. Dark's Way? Yeah, Dark's Way. Dark's Way. Gonna be up next. Full bleeds out of Chicago. It's gonna have to bust out the Ghost Wolves. Quick maim onto Chicago. Trinkets out of it instead of running with the Shackles of Malediction. Got himself grounding totem to deal with the Shackles stun onto Dark's Way. He's gonna be able to purge the thorns off him. Chicago needs that Maelstrom. Needs mana more importantly. Dark's Way with a quick roar and bear form. Friends of Region while hanging out in that thick bear hide. And Chicago is able to catch up a little bit of health. 6 minutes into the duel. 7% dampening. And Dark's Way actually taking a bit of damn. Sunder. And that's going to be an emergency frenzy regen for Dark's Way as they go for a badge defensively. Just looking for a reset. Try to get a regrowth up and running. They're definitely going to need to get some bleeds out of Chicago. Put some pressure into that mana. Because you're not really putting pressure into the hell bar, rather into the mana. You're not fighting the hell bar of Chicago, you're fighting the blue bar for the mana. Quick maim as Dark's Way playing that very, very defensively. Chicago's getting mad procs. This way just go down. War's up real quick because Chicago's yard super fully formed. Dark's Way trying to go for a roar, doesn't quite get it. Dark's Way super low health. Oh, Chicago catches up to him. Continuing to pummel him with their axes, just chopping up through a druid. Gonna be the stun totem with a Sunder onto Tyrion. Trying to go for a hex. Gonna be the grounding totem for the Hodge. It looks like turning the damage onto Tyrion. Oh my goodness, Chicago is just getting mad procs. Walling this damage off. Trying to see if maybe they could bust through the Shield of Vengeance. Looks like they're not playing offensively against Shield of Vengeance, just trying to wait it out. Got himself the Earth Elemental for extra bonus health. Chicago better play this very, very carefully. Gonna be the Dora Shadows getting interrupted by Forge Rings with a hex to follow. Chicago does get himself a bit of a breather. Needs more Maelstrom as soon as possible. Might as well go for that real Dora Shadow just to get away. Gotta slow onto the Paladin unless the Paladin has a Hand of Freedom. Chicago's at least gonna be able to keep him at bay. Needs that mana. Just needs to wait it out. Got Ghost Wolves joining in. That is gonna be Hammer of Justice. Definitely gonna need to spend whatever mana Maelstrom he gets from Ghost Wolves on a heal as soon as possible. Actually, big procs to the Tyrion. Oh my goodness! What are these procs? What is going on, Chicago? Chicago, stop! Chicago! You can't be doing that to them! Chicago, they're never gonna come back after you do that to them! Oh my goodness! Rang gonna be up next, throwing down the big old Chakram, trying to wrangle up Chicago. Gonna be Chicago dropping down whatever heals they can. That Necrolord puddle dropping in from Rang. Gets a pretty big slow for Chicago. Chain Harvest between the pet, the slime, the Kevin Slime, and Rang. Chicago needs a bit of a heal. Trying to go for a bit of healing of their own, but it's actually stopped mid-cast. And Chicago does use a wall here. Rang has plenty of defenses to work with here. Used a lot of the offenses, but Chicago is still under a lot of pressure. The heals are coming out by the Shaman. 8 minutes of the duel, 21% dampening is going to be quite a lot of pressure. It looks like Chicago is getting pressure onto Rang. How are you getting pressure onto Rang? Ah! Oh my goodness. Freezing Trap meeting Chicago as a jump down to meet the Hunter quick camo, and Rang hugs the wall. He's like, oh, getting me away from this Shaman. Chicago's at least given an opportunity to catch up a little bit of mana as they drop down a healing stream totem. Rang in camo. Chicago is going to be able to meet him with a Frost Shock. Rang tried to think to go for a Harpoon around the corner. Going to be that stun with Shackles and Malediction. Chicago could drop down the grounding totem, but the Malediction did stack up quite a bit, and actually that Malediction is what killed Chicago. That was just so much pressure. Healing denials. Chicago just didn't even have the globals. Could have went for a heal. It just would be absorbed. Could drop down grounding. It wouldn't help as much. It will help out a little. Jim Bob going to be up next as a survival hunter. I thought Jim Bob was going to be a marksman for some reason. But Jim Bob swapping out. I like that vanilla Mog you got going on, by the way. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but this vanilla Mog, I kind of like it. Jim Bob taking a bit of damage as Rang got a bit of a bite to him, even though Jim Bob is the one with damn. The cooldown's rolling. Going to be the turtle show with many, but it's Rang with the Fleshcraft. And Rang is ready for more duels. Chicago, he was able to best them in that one. And should be able to maybe beat Jim Bob. Jim Bob tried to disengage past him, but the kill shot right in the back. Ooh, with that death shock. 10% more damage in physical. It is a bit of rough. Ice Vampire going to be up next, charging him with a quick breath onto Rang with the Ring of Frost, catching the pet and the Hunter. Going to be immediately shrinking for Rang as he interrupts Spam Pyro on Arcane. Going to be Rang with full cooldown. Spam Pyro could go for damage of his own, shift in power since there's no interrupt available for Rang. But that freezing trap is going to stop him. And Spam Pyro is kind of like stuck in motion. Still stuck in motion either way. Quick mending bandages for Rang. Breath by Pampyro into a polymorph onto the pet. Dropping down. Full combustion versus Rang. Trying to make the damage happen. Gonna be that turtle shell for Rang. And Pyro is gonna go for an Invis. Was that Cauterize? No, it wasn't. Just Invis gave him movement speed. It looked like Cauterize for a second. With that combustion. Rang in super bad time. Does drop down freezing trap on a perfect opportunity into a feigned death camel. But the pet is still down up with that master trying to go for mending bandages. Better not be out in the open. Spam Pyro with a couple Fire Blasts. Needs to get a bit more damage. It's going to be big damage to Rang. Rang actually lives this. What? Rang survives somehow. Wait, Master's still burning. Do we die to the Mastery? No way. Oh my god. Rang. This Hunter just doesn't die. Wait, did rank fight everybody? He fought everybody but CBZeus. Jesus. That is rough. Pepsi is the last one left and is giving rank all the opportunity to recover and get a full reheal. Maybe I'm gonna let rank go in full camo. Potentially. Yeah, Pepsi's giving a full reset. He's giving the honor duel. You want to go over there and bow to him maybe as part of the honor duel thing? I think he just wants to not go over to rank, just let him know, hey, I'm letting you get all the free time, letting you get the full reset. He wants to make sure that rank isn't like skittish. He's just like, hey, you're giving a full reset. With Flashcraft, you should be able to catch up, and I think this is where rank wants to duel. Yep, he's coming out in the open. Pepsi gets a reset. A full honor duel between the two honorable combatants, the last ones left in the ring. Rank down on a couple of cooldowns like Turtle, so that might set him back against Pepsi. But depending how well he uses CCC, he might be able to hold off long enough until his cooldowns are back. Pepsi taking a bit of damage from the start. 12 minutes into the duel, 43% dampening, so the healing is massively reduced. Quick freeze trap onto the Feral. And rank take a bit of damage, has managed to at least remove the bleeds. But it's not really the bleeds that you should be concerned, but rather the bites from Pepsi as the big Kyrian burst comes out. Gonna be that stun with a trigger for Pepsi. Trying to get those bites on the rank. Just used to get himself the biggest bites possible. Got himself the full burst available. Bash out the rank. Do they get the bites? Looks like Pepsi takes a bit of damage of his own with a wall right now. Bite one. Does he get a second bite? Pepsi actually in really big trouble. Quick roll reverses rank as he got a freezing trap down. It's gonna be feign death. With the manic bitters removing all the dots. Pepsi approaching him. There's going to be a camo right there. Trying to see if he can swipe him out. There's going to be a freezing trap sitting right there, waiting for him. Rank dropping down even more traps down. And that should be Pepsi. Should be able to find him with those eyes, but couldn't. That's going to be a quick opener, quick Shadow Meld, actually, Prowl. With a rake onto the Hunter. I think a bash onto the pet or a maim. And Pepsi just got nothing left unless they have the biggest burst to turn this around. Try to go for a bite, and Rank somehow came up on top. Vrang just does not die. This man just doesn't give up. It looked like he got 3 kills, but rather it should have been 4. It should have been 4 kills. Man, that was huge. Chicago, by the way, that was some amazing damage. What was that? What were you doing to those boys, by the way? Jesus Christ, yo, Chicago is just the hero, the champion of the alliance that we all need. Yo, Night King, Razor Plays wants to join your group if you still have one more to go. Still 4. Night King, Razor in chat wants to join your group. So, Chill Pill Stormage if you want to join one. Message. Oh, he's saying message Chill. But never mind. That's my B. I can't read. Dalaran can't read. First rule of the stream. Dal can't read. That's my B. Still got 5. Still got 5. Yeah. Vrang rules. Yo, Vrang is a pumper, dude. Big survivability. Good plays. Necrolord also works out really well for him, doesn't it? That's so good. I like that people actually using like Death Chakram. Like that's what Blizzard wanted, is to have more Covenant choices, and it's such a good choice too. Chicago Senpai, Yamata Kudasai. Dance inside the trap wall, shake it baby, and release the Kraken. Hell yeah.
Holy motherfucking
Ooh.
The beast was slain by Brain. Bounty complete. Good job, Hunter.
Yo, Temjin with a bounty. Yo, let's go. Yo, could we get a hashtag Temjin chat? Showing appreciation for 1 video, man. Thank you so much for the 5 bones. The beast was slain by Vrang. Bounty complete. You put a bounty on him? Night King got a 5, man. Let's go. Do we got Chicago and Night King? Let's go Chicago and Night King against one another. Because Mikey and Chicago, Night King and Chicago played each other. But Chicago and Night King have not played each other. So we'll get Night King a couple back-to-back rounds. We'll get him versus Chicago. And we'll get him versus Mikey. Mikey, keep your group ready. You guys will get to play next. I'll throw you versus Night King. Give Night King an opportunity to get a chance to play a couple of times. Because he's been trying to put a team together for a bit. And now they got one. Bounty. Let's go, boys. I like that. A bounty. Yo, boys, thank you so much for hanging out here, by the way. If you guys are watching the stream and enjoying yourselves. If you haven't hit subscribe, go ahead and do it. If you haven't given the stream a thumbs up, you might as well go ahead and do it, since you're here anyway. Appreciate you boys for coming. You guys are super fun hanging out with. These duels are enjoyable as hell. Got insane one for your server proc, I'm assuming, because his hell was there a second ago. Yeah, Derek, it is nuts. This is why I love enhancement. Just sometimes you just dumpster people with the damage you do. You just put up all that pressure. Missing one over in Team Chill, but hopefully they'll get in. And even if they don't, we'll still let this duel go. Because Chill's team's been waiting for a while, but hopefully that plus... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Switch. Got ourselves team 1 together with Chill Pills. And looks like maybe Chill will be first. Oh, I like that. Original Mog, except on a Night Elf this time. With a tab or two and everything. I like it. We got this Deader in the back as an Affliction Warlock. With Humble Demon as a DH. With Cass as well. As Shadow Rex going to be first up. Versus CB's as an Affliction. We got 2 Afflictions in here. No Destros, no Demos. Afflictions. Crazy. Gonna be a good road as Shadow Rex opens up, actually switches around. I wasn't expecting subtlety, but instead got himself that kidney shot as the Assassination Rogue. Big burst on the CBC's massive Envenom's actually taking him out. He's using that Kyrian cheesy Lego burst, aren't ya? He actually just went in for full burst on the CB. Oh my god, what are you doing? Why are you using Shackle's Malediction on a seed pod? Shadow Rex, what are you doing? Got us the blind on the Jim Bobs. He gets stunned by the pet. Shadow Rex, why'd you use it? Was it just a troll? I think it's straight up trolling. Kidney Shadow Jim Bob, since he no longer has a trinket, that's going to be a pet sack for Jim Bob. Shadow Rex might just have to put the dots in and go running, kiting in circles. Going to be Jim Bob getting himself a bit of a reset and actually removing all those dots that Shadow Rex just set up. Evasion up for the Rogue, just trying to get the bleeds back up on a Jim Bob. Got himself the Kyrian burst, ready to go. Disarm onto Jim Bob. But Jim Bob removing those dots all over again. Shadow Rex is going to have to get those dots back up in there. Sipping up by the Kyrian. Might be able to maybe go for some big damage. Will not have himself the biggest damage with that Vendetta. But maybe can still get himself big Envenoms. Kidney shot onto Jim Bob. Maybe can go for a bit of that damage with that Kyrian. Does get himself pretty decent bleeds in there. But I think it's going to be over as Jim Bob just points a crossbow in his face and pulls the trigger and a big old ball flies in with a kill shot right in the point blank range. Jim Bob, though, having to deal with Chill Pills. Turtle Shell as he's trying to turtle this a little bit. Feint Death with a Manic Bandage. Can recover a lot of health. We're not even into dampening just yet. And Chill Pills just trying to run circles around the mans. With a Chain of Ice, Chill Pills gets it with a stun, trinkets out of it. And should be able to take down Jim Bob without using too many cooldowns. Still, the Fleshcraft holding Jim Bob with a quick Feint Death. Chill Pills gripping him in and just going for that quick autumn. As Chicago rolls up next. And that's going to be full A-bomb. Wait, Chill Pills is... Oh! I thought you were Frost for some reason. I literally didn't even look at your spec. He is playing straight up unholy. Wall up for Chicago, trying to go for a bit of healing. Lich Pills. Lich Pills is literally what I just called them. Chill Pills with that Lich Born, trying to get himself a bit of healing with the Death Coils, which Death Coils heal you if you're undead. Stunner to Chicago. Maybe you can go for the big execute plays. Last time we played a lot of executes with Reaper. Even though it's a weird move for most in PvP, it actually works out surprisingly well. Chill Pill sacrificing that ghoul, summoning a fresh one as the Thunder comes out for Chicago. It looks like Chicago is down on cooldowns, or at least offensively just for now. Mana, plenty. Chill Pill's got a lot of runing power, so it could go for a lot of Death Strike healing if he's really in that trouble. Playing the Clawing Shot is from range. I wonder if Chill Pills would actually be playing the new trinket, or the new legendary. The one Rextra played with a bunch of Death Strikes. I wonder. I guess we'll find out we'll find out. I guess with the scoreboard. Is what I was trying to say. Because I was thinking maybe he's playing the one where pets are empowered whenever he busts down and transforms his pet, but I can't tell. Chillpill's trying to heal through the damage. Going to be a sentence for Chicago. Chillpill's got himself death back, trying to make some damage happen, but Chicago is not going to be an Erd at all. It's going to be Army of the Dead joining the fight. Chillpill's still with a bit of the death back. Wants to go for a lot of healing, but I think he's waiting for the death back to be over. Now could go for a lot of healing. Needs that health. Could Shadow Meld in order to get away from Chicago for just a second. And Chicago bails up out of there as the A-bomb joins the fight. That's quite a lot of pets. Could do a lot of damage to Chicago if they just keep him over there. But Chicago rushes towards Chill Pills. Can either avoid all the pets, but fight Chillpills by himself. Chillpills needs a lot of healing. Death Strikes coming in back to back. Trying to keep himself afloat. Short stun by the pet. Has the ghost, which at least generates some resources off of. Stun onto Chicago. Does Chillpills have himself any more survivability than he has? He's actually just drained completely. AMS up very, very soon. Anti-magic shell. Maybe anti-magic zone too. Might just be able to overlap the both of them to deal with some of that magic damage out of Chicago. Looks like that is going to be that X. He can try to do whatever he can. Maybe can get Chicago low, but looks like nope. Trying to go for a grip, but actually going to be that grinding shot out of Chicago. So he can't even disrupt, and Chicago does bail away to the other side of the arena completely. Down he goes with Deader going to be up next as another Affliction Warlock. I think we've been seeing a lot more Affliction Warlocks in the duels, or at least people trying out Affliction as of recently. Except for your boy Chrysbat, who's been playing that Destruction as a Necrolord with massive Incinerates. They're going to be a mount out for the both of them. Chicago charging in, and it's going to be an opportunity for the Warlock to at least get the dots rolling. ahead of time. Chicago able to remove Agony. That is something that Chicago has an advantage in. You can just remove one of the dots that Deader puts up, especially the dot that does give you a lot of that resources. Kind of huge. But it's going to be full burst out of Deader with a Dark Soul Hysteria. Got himself massive Haze Ball, but it should probably try to see if he can combine all those dots together with a Dark Glare. Try to go for a Stable Affliction onto Chicago with a Fear. Going to be Chicago going for that Interrupt Sunder onto the Warlock with a Soul Shape to try to get away. Mortal Coil with a Shackles of Malediction. Chicago can't really remove that one. It looks like actually the Mortal Coil broke the Shackle as Deader kept running the other direction. Just got maybe too far out of range. And Chicago should be able to be okay for a bit. Plenty of mana, plenty of healing. Only 4% dampening. Got the Ghostos onto Deader. And Deader so far haven't been able to go for any bursts. He has himself the Death Coil. He got himself the Dark Glare. Trying to go for a little bit of the Drain. Especially the Drain is good if he wants to get himself any kind of healing. Needs to put up Agonies though. And Chicago could just deny the Agony over and over. Wall for Deader. Try to go for the full burst. Maybe a Death Bolt with it? No, actually it was not Death Bolt this time around. Maybe he can get himself lined inside of Chicago. And the totem! He actually can't do anything to the totem! Oh my goodness! Deader tried to dot up the totem, but he can't do anything damage to the totem at all. Blizzard, please! What is that ability that Warlocks used to have? It's like a little Fell Bolt you would use. It's like an instant-cast Fell Bolt. You used to be able to kill totems with that thing. It never really did a lot of damage, but it was kind of nice for killing totems. Deader just goes down. But Chicago slams down a big Sunder and getting a big old procs. Yo, what is that ability Warlocks used to have? Where they send out this Fell Bolt. It's just a little bit of mana. Actually, it's kind of a lot of mana, but just a little hit. Just something you can use as an instant cast while moving. I miss that because the Warlocks used to be able to eliminate totems with that easily. Kind of need something like that. Especially Affliction. You just can't even remove them. You can't do anything to totems with dots. Guys would probably know. Fell Flame? I think it was Fell Flame, yeah. They need something like, because he's just trying to hit Corruption on Totem to kill him, but he literally can't do anything to Totem, and it's just there to slow him down. Jesus. Gonna be Kaz charging in with a bit of a hunt. Stone into Chicago, trying to see if he can carve right through him. Chicago somehow still is healing. Maybe grounded Totem for the Shackles. Chicago not doing damage, not doing anything to the ground Totem. Oh my goodness, the Shackles. If only you pressed ground Totem for the Shackles, you might have actually been able to heal yourself, but went aggressive. I then tried to heal and just couldn't heal right through it. Spam Pyro getting locked down in the stun. Quick breath onto Kaz with the Polymorph to follow Kaz. Did use full Metamorphosis, so Spam Pyro trying to make the most damage happen here. Actually, no, he kind of stopped in place to remove the buffs from Kaz. Maybe he was trying to wait out for the blur to be over from Kaz. Or whatever it was. But Kaz hit him with a quick imprison. Getting out of this. Spam Pyro has full combustion rolling. With an Invis to give himself a bit of movement speed just to get on top of Kaz, but Kaz removes it. And Kaz getting rooted out in the open with the Ring of Frost setting up around him, freezing up as the ASUS coalesces around the boy. Stun from range of the Spam Pyro. And then Kaz is going to get himself the big old Blade Rush or Fell Rush with an I-Beam right after. He has himself a little bit of leash to work with. But his health is still kind of rough. He's still kind of low. I think it could be anyone's game here. Spam Pyro dropping down Rune of Power. Big hunt coming out for Kaz. Dropping down to Spam Pyro for a second. Just bodying him, tackling him down with a big leech on top of it. Spam Pyro is going to get a lot of healing while inside of the ice block. Somehow still wiggling inside of the ice block. How do you do that? Blizzard, why'd you break ice block? Also, they broke the frog mount. If somebody mounts up on a frog, it runs funny. So some things got kind of funky with this patch. That's for sure. Quick breath by Spam Pyro with the Ring of Frost into Cass. Cass is going to get frozen up. Trinkets out of it. It looks like Cass was also moving while frozen too. Trying to warm himself up out of the freeze. Spam Pyro continued to spam fireballs, not spamming pyros like his name suggests. But he's trying to keep the pressure rolling with an ultra time. Cass could maybe remove it. Actually got to go for the imprison instead. Could potentially still remove the ultra time. Dropping down Darkness as he has nowhere to go. Spam Pyro reports next to him. Gets a little bit of a health recovery. Breath into a Rune of Power. Actually, full combustion ready to go. Can Cass remove that combustion? Needs something in order to deal with his damage. Actually, just gonna Fell Rush around, but Spam Pyro is right there to greet him with Pyro Blast flying out. Gonna be Cass in a Metamorphosis for a second. Maybe he can get enough leech in order to survive it. Both of them are super low health. Could be anyone's game at this point. Cass super low, decides to retreat as the Master is burning on his Spam Pyro. Getting cooldowns back. It is gonna give him shields back up and running. Might have gained the advantage there. Maybe Cass should have stayed more aggressive. Spam Pyro looking for Fire Blast that explodes the Demon Hunter at the very end with Humble Demon charging him. Quick stun onto Spam Pyro. The mage got nothing left. Quick Fell Rush. Gonna be that seed pot. Should be able to eliminate it easily. with Pepsi as the last one over on the team 2. Humble Demon going into this duel full cooldowns. Pepsi with big Kyrian, Maim to follow, trying to get himself full friends of frenzy. Oh my god, where'd your health go? Big hunt by Humble Demon with an IBM right after. Pepsi hasn't used wall just yet. That's going to be Thorns. Try to see if he can deal with that Thorns. Just going to go for Shackles and Malediction, take this Feral out for a walk. At least some of the healing is reduced for Pepsi. Is going to be able to get a restun onto Humble Demon, trying to catch up on healing. 32% damage. Pepsi with that wall. And Humble Demon used to do as much damage as he got to heal. I don't know if he's got any more damage left in him though. But that's going to be another bite by Pepsi taking him out. Man, that really ramped up towards the end of that duel. That duel really ramped up at the end. My goodness. Crazy, dude. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another up and running. Night King versus Mikey. If Mikey got a group. Night King, let me know if you have a 5-man. What's up, Seaver? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. You're having a good one, my man. Still 5, let's go. Night King, let me know if you're ready. We'll get you guys in the duel. Let's go, boys. 5, awesome. People sleeping on my Feral? Yo, true. Never mind. Okay, Night King will give you a second to get +1. That kid who does the damage? Yeah, he actually does so much damage. That Kyrian, dude, it's 15% damage increase. 15. It's insane. I've been playing with it recently. I've been trying to figure out which build of Druid I like the most. So I've been trying out Kyrian. We know that Ventio for like Boomkin works really well, but I've been trying Kyrian for like Feral and Boomy. See how that works. Also things feel like it should have not a game. Oh no. Well, hopefully the 9.2 stuff, they're looking to make it a lot more alt friendly. So hopefully 9.2 is going to feel a lot better. And maybe if they can get 9.2 pretty well, then future patches and patches could probably be better like that. Ooh. All you have to do is open up the LFG, my guy, and find a group for 5v5 1v1 DUELS over in the groups. 5v5 Brawl, Shadow Pan. Oh no, that's not a 5v5 group. That's just a Brawl. Earn Conquest? What? What the? So you got 5 to see my face yet? No, I'm not. 5? Let's go. Night King got a 5-man. I just gotta get Night King versus Mikey. And we'll get Chicago back in here. Mikey, wow, okay, I want to make sure I didn't mess it up. But open up LFG and look up for 5v5 1v1 DUELS. What's up, Gaming Pancake? How you doing, my guy? So open up player versus player premier group, top number 5, and you should see a group available for the 5v5 1v1 DUELS on Alliance and or Horde. Join up the group, and you're good to go. We're NA? Yeah, today is NA. Friday is EU, Saturday NA Duels. Does Demon got some moves? Yeah, they do a lot. They do a lot of them. We got Demon Hunters today. We got Affliction Warlocks, bro. Like sometimes somebody comes in the chat, they're like, "Why don't you ever have Demon Hunters?" It's like, we got Demon Hunters galore. Why don't you ever have Warlocks in your duels? And it's like, have you seen Chrysler? Chrysler's like half of my 5v5 1v1 duel videos. Chrysler is just content right there, dude. How come you never have Hunters? We got Ring! Dal, you never have Death Knights on here. Have you seen Chip? I understand like not everybody's going to be able to catch every single video. Not every single stream, but it's like, man, we got so many. So you know, gonna be chill. Starting off with that on Oli versus Dark's Way. Shilpa's got himself the grippy hand up and running. Should go for the full army of the undead if possible, but that's a lot of bleeds for Dark. Shilpa's managed to play very defensive IBF Flinchborn, try to heal himself as fast as possible, even fast enough to drop down a silence under his way to guarantee no healing for his way for a bit with the stun that he does drink it out of. It looks like his way is rotting down little by little. The army of the undead keeps chasing. The A-bomb having to do this shuffle on top of the tombstone back and forth. Chillpills doesn't recover, but at the cost of a lot of his cooldowns. Dark's Way hit with a short stun by the pet, but also reads a lot of his defensives as well. His Way still has a lot of burst ready, a lot of pressure available, but he might be in trouble. Gonna be Chillpills try to see if he keeps Way under lock. Maybe could go for a big lockdown with a soul render. I don't know. Maybe potentially try to go for a cyclone. Gonna be Chillpills with a quick interrupt in the last seconds. Way still taking a lot of damage while he's super low on health, trying to land that cyclone either way. Gonna be a cyclone on to Chillpills, try to heal through the damage. It looks like he's gonna be able to put himself back up and running. Wait, Chillpills, you... What is that second weapon? Wait, is that a... Is that an Earmere? That's got to be Earmere Soulbind, right? Mnemonic weapons. Because, oh! I think that Soul Reaper just had a proc. I think that might have been a crit Soul Reaper, boys. Oh my god. Chill pills. Got into a back and forth with somebody in chat a while ago about Soul Reaper, and they're like, no, Soul Reaper can never work in PvP. And Chill pills like, ha, watch me. Ooh, having to go for a dark back real quickly. No, big trouble. Oh, Chill pills does go down, but maybe he can keep Bellator low enough, and maybe will Soul Reaper take him out? Potentially? Does he have a chance? Trying to catch up. Bellator just tried to stay at bay. Chill pills armor kept fighting for a second longer, but just couldn't quite do it. With Cass charging at Bellator, but seeing that Enraged Regeneration was a backup out of there, popping off Blur early. Man, that was some big proc-a-damn. Pop like a balloon? Yeah. It's just so bad that Unholy Death just don't have that survivability. Unless you play that Rextroid Deathstrike build, that might be viable. You think? Because that's a lot of healing. That could be work. Gonna be more Chaos Strikes for Cass. Quick Fear by Bellator. He's got no health whatsoever. Needs to get himself a Bloodthirst. Disarm onto Cass. Cass doesn't need weapons. Just got himself that warm aura around him. Just a warm, friendly aura. And just need to give that warrior a hug while he is literally immolating. Just a friendly hug. Stun onto Cass. As Rang trying to make the biggest damage happen with Shackles of Malediction. Cass under a ton of pressure. Actually, no health whatsoever. Darkness barely kept him alive for a second, but he was just put in a situation where he just can't win. And Donnie T-Win Walker is going to be up next, dropping down Big BDB. Can Rang live this trinket out of this burst into Eternal Shell? How much to use a 3-minute cooldown for the 2-minute burst? Donnie actually was doing that much damage without a Zuen either, so I was just BDB as well as images, and that's going to be a second set of images. Actually, that was still the first set of images. Those last for a while then, huh? Zuen joins the fight. Rang is going to take a bit of damage. Coot Scare beats Zuen though, and it disappears. And Rang goes for a feigned death, and then Camo tried to look like he dipped into the pool of acid. Where's your pet for a second? Just came out of nowhere. And Donnie does end up taking down the Hunter. Ooh, I kind of like that mug. You got like a, it's like there's a scythe, there's a golden shoulders, there's a golden crown, black and golden look to you. With like janky looking pants, but actually just fits the color scheme. Wolfie going to be up next, trying to see if he might be able to chain down Donnie over in the totem. Trying to go for as many wind strikes as he can. Donnie using that karma in order to reverse the damage. Might even be playing good karma. I don't know if this man's playing ring or not. Wolfie taking a load of damage. How much you use wall right there, and that's going to be a lot of healing. Does play a ring of peace, so that's going to be no good karma for him. Flash Cup does get interrupted at the last second though. Donnie still got himself lots of healing. BDB burst up. Wolfie has a trick for this one. That's going to be only a wall, only Earth Elemental available. Quick in cap. As Donnie goes for a bit of a reset, he decides, you know what? I don't want to let Wolfie get Maelstrom. I don't want him to get nothing. I'm just going to go for a reset. Even though he committed to BDB burst, he didn't commit BDB burst with the images or nothing. Wolfie trying to see if maybe he can drop down what looked like a stun totem or some kind of a totem. Wolfie's still taking lots of damage. Donnie just got him locked down to full Fist of Fury with spinning crane kicks. That is a lot of damage by the images. Maybe touch of death. Has him low enough. Could potentially just commit a touch of death. The Shaman is continuing to heal through all the damage. Healing Surges does get a Spirit Hand strike. Does he have enough? Might as well just hit him with that touch of death. Yeah. Might as well just hit him. Was that touch of death? There might not even been a touch of death actually, boys. And Lolcraft is the last one left. Wait, really? Wasn't there Feral supposed to be playing for this team as well? Wow. Huh. Apparently the soul that's... Was there a Feral? No, the Feral was against Shield Pills, wasn't it? Man, this duel's going by quick then. Leg sweep. Lolcraft gonna take a lot of this damage. Good Bubble or Bob. This might be considering it. Shield Defendance up. Trying to go for a War Stomp versus Donnie with a blind to follow Donnie. Trinkets out of it once he get the hell out of dodge. Lolcraft got a lot of damage ready. And might be able to maybe get that pressure rolling. Still his wings available. That's still a lot of pressure out of the Paladin plan. With Big Seraphim available. Good deal for a massive damage. Bubble coming out really early. Donnie does break away. Super far away from Lolcraft. Has support if he needs to. Donnie taking big damage though. Doesn't he have a karma for it? He does have karma. Lolcraft better be very careful. Needs some healing. But looks like Donnie taking him out. With 3 kills in a row. Did everybody get a chance to play? That was really quick. That was incredibly quick. Damn. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another up and running. Yeah, maybe get Chicago in next. The Directional Ledger is pretty mediocre. Really? Hold on, let me read that. Also, too many physical classes this week. Yeah, there's a lot of physical classes. Yeah, especially for Deathland, in fact. Donnie, GG's, man. Prisma, I do a bit warrior. No, not easy. Yo. I did Prisma. You did good, Shilpas. You did good too, yeah. It's tough as a Death Knight to survive. It's not a survivable spec. Chicago's ready. Do we have Mikey or Chilpa's ready? Because we can get you guys versus one another. Whoever's ready. I was Windwalker. I can tell Donnie. How you doing, Mike? I hope you're having a good one. Night King. We could go throw Night King and Chicago against each other real quickly and then get Mikey. Pink T-Rex, how you doing, my guy? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're having a good one. Night King and Chicago. And we'll get Mikey. Mikey right after. We'll get Mikey a couple of games in. First time we're playing these 5v5s, we do them every Friday for EU, Saturday for NA. From 5 to 7 p.m. East Coast time, you're always welcome to join, my guy. Always welcome. So have a nice community here of boys that like duels. Dudes that hopefully watch the channel sometimes. Maybe. A couple of videos here and there. Yeah. It's just something we've been doing for a while. And it's super fun. I don't remember which one of these is which. Duel-wise, I have so many duels like sitting out here. I'm recording through them, and I'm having to save them, and I don't remember which one is which saved. So I just name something. It might be a little messy for me when it comes to editing the NA duels, but we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out, yeah, boys. 3 more. Can we get a 60, boys? Give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying yourselves. Appreciate you, boys. Appreciate you. Alright, let's get another up and running. Switch. Got us. Oh god, where are we going? Oh no, what was that? Got us as Shilpas over on team 1 with Dalaran in the bag. Done. And we got us as Cass X as well as Shadow Rex versus Team Chicago with CBZeus. We got us in the back. Ice Vampiro. Gotta go for a bit of a flight. I think trying to pick up a Warlock Hellstone. And he goes, wee. With Jim Bob, we got Pepsi. And Chicago going to be first up versus Donnie. Starting off with the Earth Elemental as well as Ghost. With Johnny with a BDB. Trying to see if he can lock down Chicago. Quick jabs in order to catch up. Going to be the Sunder into the stun onto Donnie. Chain Harvest as Donnie does pre-activate a dampen or diffuse magic. Does give him plenty of that damage reduction from the magical damage, especially the shadow damage that Chicago went with that Chain Harvest. Could have been huge. But Donnie does preempt it, which is a pretty short defensive. It's a short-lived, but also short in CD. With Fist of Fear flying versus Chicago, trying to max out damage, is going to get a quick road into Chicago. As he's looking for a bit of a reset. Vivifies already, Chicago charging in, and goes Wolf. Chicago only has Ascendance available, at least for the time being. And Donnie has Zuen, he has images, maybe could go for a BDB. Just have to wait about a minute for BDB to have everything available. Chicago no longer with a trinket, so might be in a bit of a trouble. Compared to Donnie, who does have a trinket, going to be the images as well as the win. Chicago could be in trouble. Is going to go sprinting out of there. Donnie is going to back up. As soon as a lot of his damage kind of went out of the window, is got himself a quick jab towards Chicago's totem. Maybe just for mobility, just to catch up. Quick like skip do the BDB trinket for Donnie, as he didn't anticipate the stun totem. Sunder for Chicago, not a lot of health available. Trying to go for Ascendance, but Donnie does end up taking him out. Man, Chicago even pre-prepped a stun totem too. But Donnie had himself a trinket available. That's a rough one. That's just a tough duel to deal with. Donnie does have a succubus chasing after him. With all the dots rolling up, he's going to have to deal with some of the damage that's going to be constantly there. Constant pressure. At least has the succubus to get some cooldown reduction. As well as be able to get some chi for the common point building. UA is up with a fear on to Donnie. Is going to run the opposite direction. CBZ is trying to just get the dots up and running. Flash cut up for Donnie. There's no way for CBZ to interrupt it. He's just going to have to see if he can burn through the flesh cut whenever Donnie does come out. Donnie trying to close the gap. CBZ is right next to him. Maybe could go for Mortal Coil. Is actually going to drop him off of the side of the platform with that Rolling Dragon Punch. He kind of just ran over. Just kind of went straight down. Trying to serpent kick in order to catch back up. Could be a Succubus CC for this burst. Leg sweep is up. The Succubus trying to go for Seduce. Is still going to be images spinning for a little bit. As CBZ does go for a wall that is going to be a fear. With Unstable Affliction versus Donnie, needs to load him up full of dots, maybe go for the biggest damage. Gonna be the portal, just a gateway out of there, but CBZ is still under a lot of pressure. Not a lot of health available for this man's. Trying to see if he can Night Fade out of here. Donnie reversing all those dots back to CBZ's, removing him completely. Does put himself in the silence for a second, but it's not really that big of an issue. Especially since he just reduces the damage almost to an immune state. That jab just kind of zooms him around the side. It's just so weird how that's programmed. going to be away, as well as a fear. CBZ is able to finally get dots onto Donnie with full soul rush. Maybe he can go for full damage, just empowering all his dots, extending him completely. Donnie actually taking a lot of damage while behind the pillar, trying to vivify right through it. Unless he uses a defensive here, he could actually kind of melt himself over little by little. The Vivifies are keeping him alive. He's going to pop. Would you use a wall? He does use a wall. With Alexi, as he closes the gap with CBZ's with BDB up, CBZ does go for a fear. As the images continue to punch him with Fists of Fury. Drain life off of CBZ, trying to get himself whatever healing he can from Donnie. Donnie's trying to close the gap, trying to disrupt the Fist of Fury. Now that's going to be Donnie with a Karma versus CBZ, trying to see if he might be able to max out the damage. CBZ needs a Mortal Coil or something. Donnie's fully dotted up, continue to take pressure. This is going to be Vivify. The Fell Hunter comes out instead, could interrupt him on Vivify, but actually should interrupt him whenever the Flesh Cut is up. So Donnie, this is where he could go for Vivify to maybe, hopefully, get interrupted on Nature. And if he gets interrupted on Nature, he could go for a full Flesh Cut instead. CBZ is trying to keep pressure onto Donnie. Donnie got the mobility, full Flesh Cuff, no pet nearby, no Fell Hunter to stop it. So it's going to be a big recovery for the Monk. CBZ does have very short CDs though. He does have Dark Soul Hysterium, as well as Dark Glare. On like a 2-minute CD, with the Dark Glare, actually his cooldown is reduced faster. I think whenever Unstable Fiction takes, it has a chance to reduce the cooldown of the Dark Glare. So you could get the Zoth back up and running. But first thing is to just burn through and whittle down the Flesh Cuff shield. Looks like he was able to, but the leg sweep, BDB burst. Donnie could have the biggest damage here. Doesn't really have anything to combine to BDB, but he's just hoping he gets the procs he needs. Big board for CBZ, create some distance between the two, trying to soul ship out of there, but can't really go, and that's going to be a big old kick, locking him down. As Donnie is going to be able to burst down the seed pod. Iceman Power wants to run in there, but it sees that there's still a seed pod, letting Donnie do the damage to it. In case, because you never know, maybe Donnie just doesn't have the damage to follow up. Ring of Power, or Ring of Fire with the Rune of Power, as Donnie actually pops big Diffuse Magic just to get the hell out of there, trying to take any damage from that Rune at all, or Ring. Big Combustion up and running for Pyro, but actually a big Pyroblast, but no Combustion just yet. Just got himself some Fire Blast, Pyroblast, got himself Shifting Power for cooldowns. And did use Invis. He actually used Invisibility, not for like Invis, but rather for Sprint, which is actually interesting. I don't really see a lot of mages do that, but it does work out really well. Polymorph, Pyro just trying to take whatever buffs he can from Donnie. Another Poly available. Not playing the Greater Power Blast, but he is playing Rune of Power, Ring of Fire. It's going to do a bit of damage. Donnie has to go for a bit of healing. Does get himself an image set up. I think for Spam Pyro, he's really going to have to find a way just to lock down the Monk and make the most amount of damage out of the Combustion. Donnie is really clean on the mobility and the hit and run strat. So this man, he's either out in the open with full cooldowns versus you, or he's behind the pillar rehealing. Spam Pyro actually kind of got booped into the wall and just couldn't really move anywhere. Polymorph for the Donnie, maybe he has himself full damage. That's images available, so he's planning to go defensive here. Another Polymorph back up, and maybe he has the damage. Ring of Fire is going to be activated. Try to get a Fireball off. In cap, Flash Cap by Donnie's Vampire can interrupt it. Does interrupt the last second though, with Fits of Fury flying. Pyro could maybe go for damage of his own. Shackles and Malediction versus Donnie as he shimmers out of there. Vivifies are flying as Pyro is trying to close him off with a Ring of Frost, but actually Donnie charges in. Going to be images available. Could go for Zoan. All the time is up. Donnie was thinking maybe go behind the pillar. BDB bursts up. Pyro is going to take a lot of damage, but he does have ult time in order to be able to deal with his damage. He's going to get all that health back. And for Donnie, a lot of the bursts kind of went out of the window. He did burn offensives as well as defensive. Still has one set of images. Was a charge in while Zoan is up. Now he is nowhere near a pillar. Actually, Spam Pyro could probably lock him down. Karma is the only thing he has. Trying to hit him with a ring. There's going to be a couple of Pyroblasts, but not committing Combustion just yet. Got himself a little bit of heat for the Monk, but seeing the Monk just go for a complete reset, yeah. Spam Power is definitely going to have to get him as far away from any pillar as he can. The further out, the better. Big kick by Donnie. Nova is up with the Ring of Frost. It's going to get booped out of it with the Ring of Peace. It's going to be Ring of Frost with the Rune of Power. I think this is going to go for biggest damn possible. Maybe Combustion. Karma is up right now early. And I think this is where Spam Power is just going to wait it out. He actually just doesn't need to fight it to that Karma. Just needs to wait it out. Leg sweep. Spam Power could go for an Ice Buck. Is going to go for a block. His BDB is up. Donnie already looking for that reset. Wants to create line of sight as soon as possible. And is going to reposition back behind the pillar. Man, this guy in pillars, dude. Spam Fire, I don't know if you're going to be able to put this man outside of a pillar, actually. I don't know if you'll be able to successfully do that. He's trying to put him out, but the pillars is like, they're a dragon kick away. Like, they're a couple of rolls away. It's that easy. Vampire setting up another Ring of Fire. Maybe Combustion this time? Nope. As soon as he does any damage, Donnie with an in cap gets out of there. What is this, dude? What is this running strats? Donnie, I get it, you want to win, but damn, dude. My guy. It's going to be defensives. If anything, Pyro is getting offensives and defensives out of Donnie while sitting out in the open, and all he's ever done is drop down a ring of fire. So at least there's that. A spam Pyro go for a bit of a reset behind the pillar. Breath up as he got the triple shield ready to go. Ring of fire. I wonder what cooldowns he's gonna get out of him. No, actually none this time. Gonna be that BDB bird. Spam Pyro could be in big trouble. He only has cauterize as defensive. Might just have to go for big combustion at some point or another, especially if Donnie way out. There goes the combustion. Does Donnie have an answer for it? No karma. And Spam Pyro just trying to max out the most damage. It's gonna all the time back up to him. Gonna be developed defensive for Donnie. What's the win joined in? Ring of Frost from Spam Pyro as Donnie actually charges in, looking to end the duel right here. Has the karma. Spam Pyro with that combustion, or cauterize rather, trying to cauterize the wounds. Does he have the triple shield? Needs a triple shield now. In that seed pod, did not quite set up a Ring of Frost. And Donnie is going to be able to take him out. Pyro, just all he could do is just try to bait cooldowns out of Donnie, little by little, and then just pop off in combustion, try to see if he can burn the world down. And that's about as best he could do, honestly. Jim Bob, it looks like Pepsi's waiting for Jim Bob. He's like, yo, you ready? Are you playing? Are you playing, my guy? Hey, Jim Bob, hello. Also, I like your customization with the eye. The blue eyes and the eye patch. Dude, look at that mug. Look at that knife. That looks cool. Looks like Pepsi's going to have to go next and Jim Bob is AFK. Pepsi's going to be the boy that ends up taking down the monk, isn't he? He's going to be the hero we need. Lexup, and that's going to be tricky for Pepsi, as he does have full Kyrian Burst ready. It's going to be Barskin and Thorns, and Donnie is going to back up out of there for a second with a Ring of Peace, trying to keep the Feral away from him. As Donnie's looking for a bit of a reset. Pepsi, since he can't catch up, he's going to go for regrowth. What was that sprint by Pepsi? Did you see him shift side to side? Looked like a wild child running at him. He just shifted side to side. I don't know what that was. It looked pretty funny, though. Going to be Fisted Fury flying for Donnie. Pepsi is going to activate Frenzy Region. I don't know if it's an emergency Frenzy Region or just a real Frenzy Region. Massive bite into Donnie. Does he have a second one? Donnie is bleeding. Does give himself a little bit of heal. Fleshcraft should be able to mend those wounds even a little bit. Try to see if he can spin and crane kick around Pepsi. It is going to be Karma up for Donnie before he takes 80 damage into that Fleshcraft. He has himself a defensive, but Pepsi is going to go for a reset. Thorns is up, could get interrupted, doesn't quite get interrupted. Roar by Pepsi is looking for a reset of his own. Both of the hybrid classes with a crazy mobility are looking for that good old reset. With a Ring of Boopity Pop. All for Donnie, just trying to keep Pepsi at bay. With an in cap to follow. Leg sweep, looking for that big BDB burst, trying to see if he can take him out. Fist of Fury flying. Zwen and everything is over. Fist of Fury, a big old rising sun kick. As Pepsi goes full tanker bunker mode. Bareform, Barkskin, wall, and everything, just trying to deal with the damage out of Donnie. Until he can get himself a big Kyrian burst. Trying to go for a roar versus Donnie. Is going to go for a bash very defensively with a cyclone to follow. But no chicken available for Donnie. So Pepsi's just looking for a bit of a reset. We are getting into that 12-minute mark. 39% dampener, boys. So the healing you get is actually low. Is Pepsi locked down? Actually, Pepsi might be in a bit of trouble. There goes a Frenzy Regen? I thought it was Frenzy Regen, but just Thorns. Actually, Pepsi might just be dead. Because Donnie just needs one more global at him and he might be okay. Pepsi does catch one more Frenzy Regen. Might be enough to keep him rolling. Karma, Kyrian and Burst is available. Karma not up for Donnie just yet. Pepsi tried to make the most bleeds available. Donnie just looking to end this duel right here, but the bleeds are taken down on him. While the full Kyrian Burst was up, Pepsi just needs a big old bite. I don't think he's going to be able to do so. Donnie committing a touch of death into him. And Jim Bob is still AFK. As Donnie's at least giving him a little bit of an opportunity to get to play the game. At least goes behind the pillar to catch a reset. Yeah, I think Jim Bob is just AFK. Or DC'd one or the other. Unforge. Donnie with 5 kills, 4 kills, I think. Because I'm pretty sure one of them was in a guy with a seed pod. Monks, am I right, boys? Sometimes you get monks and they just kind of play the pillar game. They're very much a hit and run. And Donnie's a huge fan of hit and run, I could see. Huge fan of hit and run, which could sometimes be less fun to watch, not gonna lie. But Rang in a thumbnail? Oh well, Rang is definitely a champ, dude. Speaking about Rang, Mikey, are you ready to go, my guy? We can get you versus Chicago. To the left, lols. Damn, unfortunate. Well, no wonder they probably wanted to play themselves. Chicago, let me know if you got a 5-man ready to go. Look, you team versus Mikey. Maybe we can get Nike one more go. I have to play Pillar against them all in 1v1. Also, Windwalker. Yeah, Windwalker. I have to play Pillar against them. Yeah, some classes do. Some classes do. That's for sure. Although, it still can be less fun to watch. From like a viewer perspective. You know what I mean? Because whenever I do these duels, I don't even look for like the fairness. I always just look at it from a viewer perspective. Is it fun to watch? I got like 3 left in my group. Yo, maybe you and Nike can combine a group together. Grab Nike and grab one of the Nike's boys in there. Make yourself an alliance group because Nike has 2 left. I'll play aggro unless FCDs. Yeah, I get ya. I get ya. But still, from a viewer perspective, not as fun. Shred is the most useless ability, lol. Yeah, Shred could definitely feel kind of weird. It could have been when you had 2k HP, but they relied on Shred, and clearly it was a mistake. Yeah, Shred is just so much energy. 40 energy for like what? We should just meet now. I'm like, yo, well, you and I can put the group together, maybe get a couple of alliance boys. You guys will be good to go. GG's. Yo, Donnie, have you tried playing Ventir for PvP at all? I wonder if that could work. Bunch of images doing stuff. You know what I mean? You got Shred yourself pretty much backfired. Yeah, basically. Shred does like 1 to 2k damage. Well, 2k damage isn't that bad. So does Frost Strike. Oh, well, 2k damage isn't that bad. I mean, like, it's pretty low. But yeah, it's just a common point builder. Chicago, when I kick, if you guys can fuse your groups together, whatever you guys got. Mikey still has a 5-man. We can get a 1 more in here, boys. You know what? I enjoyed these duels. Besides the monk one, which I feel like dragged out for a bit, I've been enjoying these duels a lot, boys. Super fun hanging out with all of you. I did like 1 season and a cell first begun, really. Yeah, I don't know if you want to. I only won against the mage because I hit a 29k reverse. What the what? How'd you hit that hard with reverse harm? That's actually nuts. Yeah, with the ability for people to try different covenants and whatnot. I actually was interested to see how many of you guys would give different covenants a go. Except for Chill Pills. They literally just only have 1 good covenant. Night King got 4. Yo, pick up Chicago. Night King, pick up Chicago. Once you guys in a group had fun at least. I'm glad you had fun. That's the whole point of these duels. Everybody's welcome, but only the best ones end up going on the channel. That's usually how we do. I do want you guys to have fun either way you enjoy it. Whether you want to play like a long game with a lot of kiting or whatever. Or because of Chicago? Okay, cool. We just did a 1 more over on Team Alliance boys with Night King versus Mikey. Chicago is in that group, so we should be good to go. Yo, Silver still in chat? Rep Palace like season 1 too? Yeah, they were nutty. Always watch the videos, but I know which how to get in. That's how you do it. We do them Friday for EU, Saturday for NA, 5 to 7 p.m. East Coast every single weekend. You guys are more than welcome to join or even set up groups. That helps out tremendously. If you guys if you know anybody that also wants to participate, the more the merrier. You know what I mean? The more the merrier, boys. At least you like to use it, yeah. Yeah, for Frost Strike is just not. Is it actually worth the damage Chill Pills now that they buffed it? /A ability does more. It's sad. It's a little silly. Yeah, maybe they should buff the damage of Shred in PvP just a little, so it's like worth the damn. No Divine Troll one-shot anymore. No fun allowed in the game. Well, I feel like a lot more people have fun that they no longer get a trap, but one-shot by Divine Troll. But I'm just saying. Am I the highlight cover of the next video? JK. Well, the way I do it, it's a real question. I usually just gotta let these duels simmer for a day or two. Then I go back through them and I watch them, and the ones that I find the most entertaining are the ones that I make into video. The ones that have like the best moments or are themed. The ones I personally enjoyed watching. I usually like to put them up as well. But yeah, we'll see. I'll take a look at the footage. I feel like I've had way too many Shadowlands Monk 1vx whatever. Way too many of those. Is Shadowlands the majority of all players are playing? Is Shadowlands what the majority? Well, I'm trying to. I guess there is classic, right? That's a good question. You know what? Ever since they don't really show their like sub numbers, we have no idea. We have no clue. To be honest, I always feel like Illidan is packed. Everywhere I go, Illidan server is packed with people. Even at like 5 in the morning, there's people on here all the time. So I don't really know. That's a great question. I think that's a good question. We have no clue. I would imagine so. Only time the Frost Strike is if you have no CDs and you have like 80 to 100k HP. Yeah, maybe they should make Frost Strike like shred, like do a lot of damage. I think it'd be awesome. Chick straight deleting that palette. I think it's straight highlight of the day. As like I've been watching, yo, that was a good one, dude. Just a random burst out of nowhere. But in that duel, Derek, though, we did also have the Hunter, man. The Hunter also popped off as well. He was surviving. Like, what do you call that video, dude? I got 2 good moments all in one. Like, man, Chicago and the Elementals, it was so fun. I actually enjoyed that. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was a great moment. That's most likely definitely going to be a video. I'm going to have fun rewatching that one. I want to start playing again. I quit in Warlords of Draenor. It came out. I'm wondering if we should play Shadowlands or Classic. You know, it's up to you, Brandon. If you are going back for Shadowlands, though, 915 is a great time to come back. Lots of catch-ups. You'll be pretty happy with a lot of them, man. You'll be able to catch up to everybody else. Get all this stuff. Get your character up and running. There's so much more freedom with the Covenant switching and whatever. I think it would be a perfect time to come back. And with 9.2, whenever that comes out, that could also be a pretty good time to come back to. They're already starting off 9.2 from the sound of things with a lot of different catch-up benefits. So once that hits PTR, that should be pretty fun. DK sitting for like 9k Frost Strikes, really? Well, maybe somewhere out that Death Knights are hitting. Wait, maybe there's a conduit where Death Knights could hit for good Frost Strikes. Wait, isn't there a conduit that makes 2 obliterates empower your Frost Strike to do more damage? The only way Frost Strike can hit 9k with a crit, DKs don't sack any crit. Doing full CDs and it doesn't have the wall, whatever up. Maybe. Maybe. I do agree. Call it enhanced and deletes, then gets deleted. Yeah, I could maybe call it something like that. Or maybe what ASUS said. These Earth Elementals rock. That could be great too. 1 Horde and 1 Alliance. We need 1 more for Night King for Alliance. I think Mike still has a 5-man ready to go. And a guy left for Horde Party. Oh, wait, for Mikey? Did we have a guy leave 1 for Horde? Unfortunate. We just did 1 more for both groups, I guess. Yeah, it was mainly Rogue PvP. Was it still fun? Yeah, Rogues are in a great spot right now. We are fantastic in Mythic Pluses. We are really good in raids too. Even though we don't bring raid utility, we're still really strong. And we're great in PvP as well. Or, I'm just spitballing here, call it the Elements Collide. Ooh. That joke was solid though. It was, Atho. I don't hate it at all. I thought it was great. Yeah, I actually agree with that. The Elements Collide. I usually like to add the name Shaman in there somewhere, since it is a Shaman duel. It just is better in the YouTube search. But I could call it the Elements when the Elements collide. That'd be pretty good, actually. I would love to watch that, because it is Shamans colliding. A drum, but I have a WoW sub, too lazy to go put money on the card. That's all fine, Seavark. Hope you're having a wonderful evening, my guy. 95% of the... What are you playing, by the way, while you wait? Seavark, are you playing Halo? Dude, we should play some Halo sometime. Boys, do any of you guys play Halo? Yeah, I've been enjoying me some Halo Infinite from time to time. It's been fun. 95% of the time when you press a Frost Strike, it does 2.7k damage. If you blitz twice, you get like 3.3. But if you powerful burst into a target without wall, it's 5k. And then your crit is 8k. Dude, that's just so sad. I thought Outlaw Rogue was, for the longest time, one of those specs. Oh, 5... Nike can get a 5-man. We got a 1 more for Mikey, and we can get a duel. 1 more for Horde, and we'll be good to go. I don't want my computer's potato. Oh, I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. It's really good, though. It's free. It's free on Steam. It's so good. Oh, my God. Bots and Pussies, what do you mean? Wait, what? Bots and boosters? Oh, like they have, like bots running, spam running dungeons and, like, clipping through walls and stuff. It's been a pretty big problem for Classic for a while, but Classic economy, like with gold, like bots can just run dungeons, collect resources from dungeons while clipping through walls and like flying through walls, and then collecting resources. And Blizzard did have a hard time. I think they've been... I don't know if they have been able to keep up with... I think they have been able to keep up with bots better as of recent. Yeah, Halo Infinite is free. It is free on Steam. So if you have Steam, which most of you guys should have Steam, Halo Infinite is free. Like the multiplayer is free. There'll be a campaign for $60, but the multiplayer is free, and it's really fun. If you played the original Halo games back in the day, dude, seriously give it a try. Like I played the original Halo 2 and Halo 3. This game feels more like Halo 3 than Halo 5 or any of the newer entries. They're really good. Yeah, my man, I'll download and try it. Go for it. I think you guys will have fun. Especially if you played Halo before. It's so good. Also about the game 2 is with max gear. Yeah, honestly, I thought Outlaw was the one spec that actually had a bit of a hard time getting some damage up. But Frosty came with Frost Strike, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think Blizzard did do a lot of ban waves for bot thing, and they were doing a Season of Mastery. So I'm pretty sure they should be hopefully better with the bots, but they did have a pretty early on into classic stuff. They did have a pretty big bot problem. I don't know how almost like has gotten better. Yes, Halo Infinite is free. The multiplayer is free. So the campaign, which will come out later in December, you have to pay $60 for if you want to play it. But if you just want to play multiplayer, it's free. So if you played Halo 3 and Halo 2 back then, it's more like those games than Halo 5, Reach, or 4. So it's more like the original games. It's pretty damn fun. Shaman should get a 4 spec Earth Warden to make Shaman's actually tank. Yeah, I actually thought that too. Earth Elemental as a pet. Ascendant spells will make him infused longer. For extra tankiness, that'd be kind of cool actually. Yeah, if you guys just want to play a game that isn't like an MMO, like WoW, well, like I guess you could. There's a lot of options in MMOs. Well, actually, I guess is there a lot of options? There used to be a lot of. I guess there's New World and stuff. There's a couple options for MMOs, but if you just want to play something different. I feel like sometimes, like whenever I take short breaks from WoW for just a little bit, like I'll just do my dailies and then I'll go play another game. When I play a game of a different genre, I end up coming back to WoW and having more fun with it, because in the end, MMO is just what I like it more. Like RPG games like D&D style, super fun. Mass Effect was enjoyable. If you just want to play a shooter, an arena shooter, Halo is free right now on Steam. Infinite. I've been playing it a little bit with guildies. It's a lot of fun. FF. I did resub to FF for a bit. And then I finished the story before Shadowbringer or Endwalker. But then I was like, well, what do you do? So it's like, I guess I can log in once a day and do dungeons. Because you can just buy like, I bought like gear from the auction house, and apparently that's basically endgame gear. Like, that's it. You don't really need to play. There's nothing to do. You could do stuff if you want to like level outside class. They're called jobs, but I don't call them class just because they call aggro enmity. Like, it's aggro. It's aggro. We all know aggro. We all know classes, specs. So there's classes. I guess you could level those. And it's like, I don't know. I just find like, what is it to do when I log on? I guess like you can do anything, but then it's like, I'm kind of paralyzed. Like I don't know. I guess I'm the kind of person that kind of needs directions. Like, what is my like checklist for the day kind of deal? Is it dungeons? I really don't know. But it's fun. Housing? I don't know. I tried. Last time I had a housing thing. Last time I was into housing was WildStar in like the early beta. I remember like leveling in WildStar, and it was fun. And then once I realized it was housing, I stopped leveling and spent the rest of my gold to buy a bunch of toilet paper in WildStar, and I crafted a castle out of toilet paper. And then I literally stopped playing. I literally, like, as soon as the game has housing, as soon as that's the end game, I couldn't care less about the actual end game. I just customize a house, and as soon as I'm done customizing a house, I'm done. I did the same thing with Rift. Me and Kren were playing Rift for a little bit, and we were having fun leveling, and then we were like, wait, housing? We can make a house? We just spent all our money into the housing, and then we literally didn't want to play any other part of the game besides housing, but we needed to play the other parts of the game to get the money in order to buy stuff for the house, and we just quit. I just literally couldn't play anymore. I was done. I feel like if WoW had something similar to that, at least WoW has like, you know, mythic raiding, it has PvP, with common raging, at least it has like endgame progression that I'm like familiar with. So if they added a housing, I think I would still enjoy the raids on dungeons. But like with FF, that's why I haven't gotten to housing at all, because whatever amount of money I have, I probably would start spending money into housing stuff, and then I'd get into it so much that it's like, I wouldn't want to play anything else. Because I tried FF dungeons. I tried the classes, and I feel like I should just re-level a new class, but leveling in that game, man, it takes a second. It takes a while. I'm too used to WoW, I guess. Is the other group ready? Mikey, do we have a 5-man? To maybe get a 1 more in. We need one more? 1 more in, boys, we're good to go. Are we in queue of something? Yeah, we have a queue available with Mikey. You're looking for a horde group. First time I played, I didn't know till the end. I was lied to his gate. That's why. Hey, good, Billy. You're good, my guy. Yeah. We just usually like to, like, certain things for raid or like group utility and like buffs. We can't control like the war, like zones or the priest buff, mage buff, warrior buff if they provide one. But like the gateway, we usually try to get warlocks not to set up a gateway until they're the ones dueling. But yeah, but if that goes up, we can't really do much about it. You know what I mean? Want to play COD and BRs? Yo, Halo's fun. I think you'll enjoy it. If you like COD, you'll like Halo. Except Halo has a Halo has a shield mechanic. If you've never played Halo, you have this energy shield. So as you take damage, you first need to drop down an energy shield, and then your health bar is revealed, and this is where you can die. So, and there's abilities like there's a punch mechanic, a melee. If you melee somebody, even if they have a little bit of shield, you'll melee the rest of their shield. So you have to first burn through shield, then hit them in their health bar. So it's a little bit different. It's something to get used to if you've never played it. But it's really fun. Variety of weapons, and it's really good. The only thing that I've heard that people hate about Halo right now is the what are they called? Battle chest? What are they called? Battle map? What is it called, chat? It's like it's a progression system, and like there's experience to it, and as you get progression experience, you earn rewards, cosmetics. Battle pass. It took me a second. By the time I mentioned it, someone in chat says that Macros actually, yeah, as gaming said battle pass. Yeah. Kind of a habit. Yeah, I get you completely, Billy. No worries about it, my guy, at all, dude. Yeah, people complain about battle pass sucks for that game. Or like, it's not the battle pass rewards suck, but it's like how you get battle pass stuff. There's like you do challenges to gain experience, but this challenge like kill certain enemies with this gun. Capture this objective in this thing. So it basically disincentivizes people from winning games, but rather they just go into games to grab a gun, shoot it without a gun. Doesn't matter if they win or lose, they get experience just for using the gun. So then players are starting to play the game less for winning the game, but rather just for using certain weapons or using certain vehicles or playing game modes to get a certain objective. And as soon as they get an objective, they'll leave the game. So then it's like people jump in, do something, leave, and it's costing people. I heard some good stuff about the bad stuff. Huge small like contributes to Dallas channel. We can make a difference, boys. Thank you so much for the likes. Appreciate you so much for hanging out. Mikey, do we have a 5-man ready to go, or do we call it here, boys? Because I should get some work done. I should get some sleep done. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep with coffee. We'll see how it goes. The earlier start working on the video for tomorrow, which I have an idea of what I want to do. I have a hint of what I want to do. Dude, I can't wait for PTR to come up. Group is done. Okay, we'll call it there, boys. Thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate all of you. The group from Mikey tried to get put together, and looks like they are unfortunate fell apart. But it's okay, boys. We had ourselves plenty of NA duels as always, boys. Friday, 5 till 7 p.m. East Coast US time. Duels for EU. Saturday for NA. Bring your friends, bring your boys to join the duels and join the community. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. What's up, Sergey Potchenko? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. We're going to be calling here, boys. And it's actually, you know what, Robbie, it's a good thing that we're calling it a little bit early, because usually we can't play this until like 8 p.m. But for me to get proper sleep tonight, call it a little early so I can get some food and chill. It's all good, boys. It's all good. Tomorrow is a day off for me, so we are not going to be streaming tomorrow. We're just going to be chilling, hanging out, getting some work done, playing the game, getting my keys done. And actually, I've been enjoying keys a lot on my old characters, dude. I've been trying different builds. I've been trying a lot of stuff. There's some really good, really funny builds and really good builds that I've been playing as of recently. I've been enjoying it a lot. But yeah, thank you, boys. I appreciate you. Can I message you on Discord? Yeah, hit me up, gaming. Yeah, join our Discord. The link down in the description below of every stream, every single video is our Discord link. That's probably the best place to reach me. You know what I mean? Hope to see you on Monday too. Yeah, definitely see you on Monday. We'll be doing some old stuff before the reset, trying to make sure that our vault is fat and stacked and loaded for any gear that we can get. But yeah, boys, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate all of you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Have a great Sunday, chilling, and we'll come back Monday for the regular. Thank you, boys. You guys are wonderful. I'll see you guys next stream. Peace.
One more minute, 'cause I just don't wanna come down. I wanna go back to how I used to be. If we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be a negative bull, yeah, we could be taking control. Yeah. If we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be a negative bull, yeah, we could be taking control. Yeah. We could be taking control. 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 If we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be a negative bull, yeah, we could be taking control. If we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be a negative bull, yeah, we could be taking control. 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 We could be taking control.